What?
Tinker Grimstroke, man. You build like this ridiculous amount of damage items, single target damage items, and
would
hexes.
You like to know
and
the one hero not picked during Epicenter and the Epicenter qualifiers?
yeah, Tinker's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Kyle, fine. Just
the one hero
poop
of 100,
all over my part.
Like 15 plus heroes. There's one not picked.
You do realize that I am familiar with those stats. Maybe.
Are you sure?
What's your other?
It sounds to me like you want to see
what other
the most
Grimstroke
unlikely
synergies
thing.
do you like,
What?
Alan? What else do you like? What do you like with the Soulbind?
Yeah.
What are the combos? Fade Bolt's pretty cool. Fade Bolt, Ether Shock, any of these things where you get big value out of doubling it.
I mean, I think the big things that I like to see with Grimstroke are the heroes that not only have the spell that go with it, but that make a really good dual lane with it.
That's true.
And that's to me, you're just strong at every stage.
So literally
of the game.
any hero.
No, Doom. I mean, Sven is the obvious one that we started with the Grimstroke Sven lanes. But
Wraith King, it's not flashy necessarily.
Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
This is by the way, this is a huge game for EHOME. They're currently 2-3.
Oh wow!
Okay.
When you consider
they wouldn't be eliminated though, would they?
No, but you know this is.
But the cutoff is looking like it might be
3-1, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. That's currently the 5 teams ahead of them. So if you lose this game and you go to 2-4, you're in a lot of trouble.
You need at least
a lot of other
you
people
need at least
control
3
your
wins,
destiny,
right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're realistically going to need at least 4 wins just because so many teams already have 3.
And a lot of teams still have multiple games to play.
We
right?
are definitely coming out of
IG
tiebreakers.
still have 3 more games or whatever.
It certainly could be it does feel like tiebreakers are somewhat likely here.
This makes a lot more sense.
It could happen. We'll see. I guess we still got a couple of rounds left.
So and of course, IG will be 4-1. Sirius will be 1-5 after it updates.
Yeah, Sirius are out, right?
They're done.
They're done. Mathematically eliminated.
Yeah, that will be a filled-in red bar momentarily here.
Yep.
And that is a pick that I don't think that there's a pick that EHOME have that can deal with the Medusa.
I mean, Clinks can be okay. Like, he could build Diffusal Blade. Not that his, like, skeleton dudes can drain themselves, but, I mean, Clinks has been kind of like a pub hero. He's not, like, the most busted thing, but people have been experimenting and playing with him a lot, so I have some faith in the hero.
I love the idea of him, but the skeleton army needs to actually it doesn't scale with his damage, right?
It does.
Okay.
Only with his base damage.
Only with his base, right. If it's scaled with his bonus damage, I think it would be.
But the new build is just
much
people
better.
just get like medallion, diffusal, ags kind of a thing, and then like refresher.
Yeah.
People just build around the Aghanim Scepter
Skelly
and the ulti.
Dota.
And the other thing is that hitting 25, you get split shot. So not only do you shoot 2 Syrian arrows targets, so do every single one of your skeletons.
He's a very different hero now, but I think he's pretty good. I like the Clinks, especially this game, because with the Ag's medallion, he can kill the supports on Newbee no problem.
Could we see skeleton versus skeleton? Could this be a Wraith King?
Skeleton power.
Skelly versus Skelly.
Yeah, potentially. I love aura carrying heroes with the Dusa. Anything that acts as like a net worth multiplier for the Dusa, you put a Solar Crest on her, you get a Vlad's aura for her.
God, how did that hero get to 5th in the draft?
I don't know. Dusa and Sven. Sven's going to have to play, he's going to have to play more utility, right? If you buy Midas on this Sven, I think you're just stepping on your Medusa's toes. Both of them want to just farm the whole map. Both of them want the Ancient Camp, but only one of them can have it. So I think Sven has to,
he should
play early.
He should try to play kind of like how Mars does, which is potentially get a Blink Dagger a little bit earlier and go around fighting.
Yeah.
With combo with Grimstroke, and that's going to be good enough for him to secure kills and not feel like he needed to pick up one more item before doing it. I feel like.
Is Armlet just a dead item on Sven? Is Armlet Blink just a build that we're never going to see again?
How many heroes build Armlet right now?
Hardly any. Lifestealer occasionally.
2?
If it's To me, the test is always
Lifestealer and Wraith King are the 2 off the top of my head that still build
Huskar.
Armlet. Huskar does.
Huskar
right.
guaranteed, but Huskar's not even that good.
CK
Arc Warden.
It's good on CK.
What is that? An offlane Clinks, eh?
So Arc Warden is like the Dusa answer, right?
Why wouldn't it be like
it's the
tiny?
Oh wow, it's a support Clinks. A 4-position Clinks. Have they run this in the qualifiers?
Tiny. I think he's going to
Interesting.
I do think he's eventually going to leapfrog Faith Beyond this game.
They've EHOME has done that earlier this season.
I think it's like Faith Beyond gets Blink, he runs around murdering everybody, and then Jin-Q eventually scales up.
I'm excited now to watch this. This
is a cool draft.
And SEC is not playing OD.
Ooh. This is definitely something they've scrimmed with, but they have not picked a Clinks in their last 30, 40 days of Dota. In fact, let me see the last time they picked it.
So the skeletons don't scale with attack. Do they scale with attack speed? They do with your strafe, right?
Is this Arc Warden pick really that good though?
They don't scale on attack speed, no.
No. So, but if you bubble them, it doesn't affect it.
I don't believe so. They're
probably
static.
not, right?
It's like a static attack speed.
Okay.
It depends on how you level. Like every level will increase it a little bit, I think. But
Yeah. So they have a set base attack time, and then they benefit from strafe, and that's like it.
I don't think they benefit from strafe.
Do they not?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe they. Okay, yeah.
They have a
actually,
set
yeah,
attack
they don't.
time.
They don't. You're right.
Their benefit
You're
is you get more range on them, so that they can attack
I'm
more
wrong.
often.
Yeah.
And you can increase your base damage, get more Searing Arrows levels.
I'll look that up because I want to be 100% sure about that. I think you're right, Kevin, but
yeah, I think he's right.
If they scaled the strafe, it'd be busted.
It'd be crazy. He would attack so fast.
Well, but
it's already really good.
That's the problem is that I see Clinxes in the rare pub replays that I watch where I see Clinxes get ahead. The skeletons don't feel like they do that much more. And
they don't go crazy.
Because Clinx is not a natural stat item builder.
Well, he kind of is now because his base strength game is what?
6,000 games on Rubik.
No, that was his win-loss across all time. That's every Dota game he's ever played. He's like 3,600, 2,700.
Hit the button.
Get that button. Get us in there, baby.
1.5 to 2.3.
We in there.
Them some odds.
So
who was the 2.3?
EHOME were 2.3. Right?
Yeah, EHOME's. EHOME is to me. They've got to be up there on the list of most disappointing team of the season.
You know what I think?
I thought they were playing so well around the time of the Bucharest Minor going into CQ.
Oh, did they just get faked out?
This was a team that was top 6
they
at
got
CQ.
They got faked out.
That's true. Well, they made roster changes, right?
Yeah.
Guys, Innocence just mind gamed these guys.
The wasted award.
Yeah, he walked up here. They thought that he'd put the obs on this side. They put down a sentry, and it's actually over here.
That's like
got him. That's like try hard pub strats as well. There's always that one mid player who like runs into vision and then backs off, and he's unbackpacked one item as well, and it's.
Yeah. So I think what EHOME's doing here is the way that the Clinx 4 is going to work is they recently reduced the amount of mana that it takes to throw Searing Arrows. It's only 6 now instead of 12. So with like one mango, he doesn't even have a mango. He can literally sit in lane and just spam arrows and like harass the shit out of the carry and the support. So I think he's just going to stand there while Tiny last hits and just super zone.
Okay. So they always the attack rate is the same at all levels. It's 1.6.
That like felt like a mini Purge patch notes right there. Okay. Like the endorphins are going. I love it.
Okay, so Newbee is going aggro. They're leaving their Mars in the safe lane. I kind of like this idea.
He will use his shield to protect against
to protect
arrows.
himself. Yes.
Played enough Mordhau to know what to do.
So the Searing Arrow damage gets added into his.
It's fun.
I haven't tried it.
Is it just one instance? I'm just wondering how it interacts with the Bulwark. Does the Bulwark block part of the Searing Arrow damage, or does it just block his base attack damage, and then he takes the full Searing Arrow damage?
It just adds it to your damage, I believe. Okay. It's just one instance. And look at this, and he doesn't aggro because he's just doing the hotkey left click abuse, which means it's not a right click, which means the creeps are very confused. And
good old orb walking.
Yep.
Still a thing.
All right. So mid lane is going to be Arc Warden versus Dusa. Seems like a farm fest. Got this weird. We didn't even really talk about this. We got the Death Prophet heading to the safe lane this game because of the Arc Warden pick.
Do you ever have that feeling where like there's a book or a movie that was so good that like you wish you could see it again for the first time?
Yes.
Interstellar.
That's how I feel about orb walking. Is like
what?
I remember when I was learning Dota.
It blew your mind.
And I first realized that you could do it just felt so fun
because it's a spell.
that I could just go click that guy. There's nothing he can do about it.
The creeps in
I just remember that it just felt being so annoying and lame.
Innocence. They're looking for him. I mean, they don't quite get the body block, but they got a lot of stuns. They do get the lift level 1 for this Rubik. It is going to secure them the kill. Fender grabs first blood.
I kind of felt that way about animation canceling and stuff. It's There's like a period of gaming in like, I don't know, like early 2000s where games still had like bugs and people would figure them out basically and then abuse them to increase your skill level.
And it just felt so rewarding.
Yeah, because it was like another deep level, and that's definitely one of the things that was cool about Dota.
There has never been there have been a lot of great games that I've played and a lot that I've loved in the last couple of years in particular, but like playing Invoker in Dota is the most fun I've had in video gaming, and I think that will be true.
Are you a high
until I
enough
die.
level for the kid invoker persona?
Oh no, I'm
No?
gonna be nowhere near. But
But
I probably am. I'm probably
oh,
gonna
never end.
suck it up
Oh,
and
they're
bite.
building up this Inkswell on both heroes, but Fate's Edict is helping out a little bit, blocking a lot of that damage. They've still got the lift back though, and looks like this is going to be a kill.
And look, this is one of the big. If switching back to Dota for a minute, this is one of the big differences. EHOME, when they were on this season, they were the most dynamic laning team in the game. They were the one forcing these lane swaps, bringing back these semi-tri lanes. It was constantly a guessing game in the early game. And you watch this team over the last couple months, and at Kyle's point, the roster changes certainly have a part in this, but they're just sort of they're flat. There's no life to their early game.
Yeah, they're just chilling in dual lanes at the moment. Do you guys think that Faith Beyond can pop off this game? There's anyone that I still
hope so.
that I still believe in on this team. It's Faith Beyond.
The dude looked like the best offlaner in the game for a period
He
of
has
time.
a sturdy back, that is for sure.
Oh man. And it's not. And the thing is, when he was carrying these games, when we're talking about these ridiculous, Octarine Core Tiny shit, it's not. He actually didn't have that much farm in those games. I mean, it's not like he was taking all these resources off the map. He was creating space.
Do you really create space? I feel like
No, you. In
it's
fact,
sort of like the mass energy constant,
Oh,
right?
God,
You
Kyle.
create space, but you also,
Is that all you got? Is that the
You-
extent of your physics knowledge?
I was wait.
Buzzword.
You gonna
Alan
go all-
wanted to
you-
chime in.
I was waiting for you to go all Neil deGrasse Tyson on me, but no, you
I
disappointed.
was trying to think of if you're creating space, what's the counteraction? I couldn't think of what it would be.
Oh, I
All right, Innocent's gonna disarm the Rubik.
I get
to save
paid.
himself a little bit
I
of
get
damage.
paid to do
Creeps,
math, buddy.
creeps
That's
do
fair.
sort of spawn out of everything. So
Oh.
like
Good
out of
despawn
nowhere.
on the Inkswell.
or spiders if it's
Or Dispel.
Mother.
They still got stick charges. I think he might be dead though. They just have to auto attack him down. They don't have anything else.
It's making them work for it. Jeez.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's
Okay.
so many particles on screen with those 3 units. It was kind of crazy. Got these flower droplets and
Oh yeah,
That has actually become.
he's got the thing.
Mhm.
He's got the cosmically rare under your hero.
that has
whatever.
become a problem for me playing Dota. It's so.
It's visually very busy.
It's very
Team
it's-
fights are just crazy. There's
Much
particle
more
effects
than it
flying
was a couple
everywhere.
years
It's
ago.
frustrating too because that's why I love Dota the most out of all the MOBAs because every spell has this unique
Yes.
sound, so you can audibly and visually recognize what's happening.
Yes.
But I hate that animations have changed.
yes.
I hate that auto attacks are now all purple orbs.
yeah,
and
those
and
ones are
it's
annoying
just
me.
it's like, come on, this is
Well, because here's the thing, right? Relative to other games in the genre, spells in Dota are more significant strategically, and
We have the
being
best
able
stuns of any game.
and
that's
being
for
able
sure.
to use them at the right time. It's not. It's not like like League is. It's mostly about skill shots. In Dota, it's mostly about timing and strategy and understanding target prioritization and positioning. And when the particle effects are interfering with your ability to perceive that part of the game, that's what really frustrates me a little. It does, even though they're cool.
just a little bit.
No, I'm not gonna get all. I'm not gonna get bent out of shape, dude. I'm having a good time. You're not gonna get me mad.
There are
this
some
time.
really cool hats in the game as well, but it was when everything is layered on top of each other, and these pro players also have some of the bugged cosmetics where they've got
How are people this
courier
talented
effects.
Yeah.
that create these things? Like Anuxi is like
Is someone dead? Trying for the TP out.
the talent that
Jinju.
these guys have that create. It's
It's
amazing.
crazy. You
It's
know what else is
amazing.
crazy is that when you lower the supply for something like art, you actually lower the demand as well because there's less of it. Right, Alan?
He's really trying here. It's cute.
What
It's cute.
what he said was wrong, correct?
It's like, yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
I mean, it's like we're like watching Kyle try to get a date to prom here. He's trying really hard.
I failed miserably.
But
at
the
that.
outcome, we all know.
Is that because you were homeschooled?
I wasn't
Everyone getting
homeschooled
gone on nice
until
purge.
senior year.
Fate's Edict as
Oh,
well.
okay.
saving
I
a
thought
bit
it was
of
longer. My
damage.
bad.
Yeah. I will say though, if you learn anything from me, boys and girls at home, don't show up to your first day of 8th grade in bright orange short shorts. That's for sure. Don't do that.
You
It's
should
a
wear them
bad
to
move.
TI now. or something.
Life advice.
Well, dude, I'm a lot more comfortable nowadays, so I'd probably be okay with it. But if you don't have confidence and you do something real dumb, it's there's no coming back.
You gotta own it.
Yeah, it's a long story. Let's not get into it, okay? You're making me relive the dark days.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about your
Alright.
short shorts.
Big rotation bottom. They just send down the Arc Warden double. They are looking for this kill on Fenrir. They get him. Now Gia also locked down. Gets the stun out. Going to try for the TP. Can he get out of here?
That was actually the right target.
Very nice.
Because that was the next hero that had an actual damage nuke. That was smart.
Meanwhile, though, Dusa is just climbing the charts.
And this is the SCCC Deuce as well.
And they're giving mid to Rubik for a little bit, so he's going to get some nice levels.
Faith Beyond, though, if I were EHOME and I was in a must-win game at Dota 2, I'd be very confident if my Tiny on my TI winner.
Dusa going to get a quad stack here?
Wah, wah.
Oh.
Maybe next time.
Jeez, there's so many neutrals there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So what? This is a triple, nothing, triple.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Jinkyu is just going stats and then into Dragonlance. It's so good with the Clinks.
I think when I first tried him a few times with the Skellies, I did try like the medallion diffusal blade thing. I think, but then somebody told me to go just like Dragonlance Axe, and it actually works just fine.
Never ends. Can they bring him down? It's a lot of damage. A few more auto attacks, and YC will grab it.
This is such a strong lane. It never ends. You know, DP is not one of those heroes that can come back. You're a snowballer.
Ooh, they want the double damage.
And this is the problem with the Clink support is that you have absolutely no defensive options for others.
Yeah,
you
no peel, no nothing.
Got to kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Faster. As my my lane partners don't always do. I get gone on there like they just run away.
You're dead.
I'm like,
See
please start auto attacking. Help me. Maybe we can get a trade.
Cast a spell.
Anything.
Press your abilities.
Is he going drum first, or is this just a casual crown?
I think it might just be a casual crown for now. Laning crown. Get those stats. Mars has Soul Ring. His game has not been very great. He is bottom 3 net worth, but I think they willingly sacrificed him this game, knowing that the hero can kind of catch up a little bit. He doesn't really need too many items to be effective. He might be dead again. Rubik's TPing in to try and help out, but he's only level 4. Faith Beyond, instant combo. Say goodbye.
You say that, though, but can he really catch up in this game? This is going to be a Dusa.
There might not be
Sven.
space. Yeah, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Sven's not going for Midas, by the way. He is just going to go straight Echo Saber.
Guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to Arc Warden level 25. That's what you're playing for, is this hero.
Spark Wraiths.
Yep, and that's where EHOME win this game. But until that point, I think we've got to favor Newbee.
I think the game is going to be over before then.
I would think so, but just don't forget Arc Warden level 25. Yeah. That is... that's when things kind of get insane.
Over with
no
winning?
One's not going to forget it
again.
again.
Newbee are winning before Arc Warden gets anywhere?
I think Newbee. The way this game is going, I think they can have a lane of racks before Arc Warden, at least one lane of racks before Arc Warden hits 25. Right. And then I think the game's still playable.
Newbee is crushing the odds right now, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty value.
Just completely counterintuitive.
I would actually, again, just because of Arc Warden, I'd lay a bet on EHOME at 2.7.
Weren't you guys just saying that EHOME was doing pretty good? Was that what you were saying, or were you
no.
talking?
Were you not listening,
no?
Kevin?
I guess I wasn't. You were talking about about Newbee doing well. Okay.
Yeah, thinking that they can end the game before the Arc Warden comes fully online. Like 430 is not. He's not entering this game anytime soon. He's just he's farming.
Kyle started the whole thing off basically by saying that EHOME are counting on Arc's 25.
Yeah.
I heard that like 8 times, yeah. So that's why I assumed. I think that you were talking about EHOME so much. Don't know why.
All right, Faith Beyond. Blink Dagger. Let's go. Tiny ganks coming in.
Like, I love playing Tiny like this. It's so
and
good.
they're going to pop the ultimate just to make sure.
Like, he maxed Avalanche. That's the damage dealer. When somebody's in the air toss, that's the damage that's doubled. So if you max Ava first, he's going to do buttloads of damage with his Ava toss combo. He's got Blink Dagger because he got a bunch of kills. He's just going to go around wrecking face right now.
Yep. And it's super good in this game specifically because you've got effectively 4 heroes you can kill with ease. And the concern I have with the Sven pick, if you look at the itemization so far by Gia, like, you want to buy Midas on this hero most of the time. He's going Rush Echo. He can't farm Ancients because there's a Dusa in the game. So,
but then
like, this is just a utility Sven that's still maxing cleave and not really looking to get involved.
But that's what we wanted, right? Like, we said having Sven go like Midas with Dusa also wasn't going to be viable.
No, I actually think it goes the other way, though, in some cases, that you have to get Midas to increase the total amount of available resources on the map.
I can see that argument. It's kind of like when you get Midas because your team is 5-manning and you want to stay up on experience and stuff like that. It wasn't that long ago that position 3 Sven was very, very popular. So.
Yeah. Bracers were busted then, but
Yeah, that's true. And Warcry was much better.
Yeah, Warcry was the
That's
big
true.
thing.
Warcry was the spell.
And it was the I win button.
Well,
it's still pretty good, but that was back when you could stack like Warcry and Frost Armor. And
Yeah.
Come on.
Good lord. I'm so glad Lich is not meta anymore. That was,
That
oh, that was awful.
Can we get a rework on that? Can we get another rework on that hero? Because, yeah.
Arc Warden, it feels like he only has one item build, right? You just have to go this Midas, like Mjolnir.
There's
BOT
this guy named Thompson.
sequence, right?
There's this guy named Thompson that would like to have a word with you.
I always felt like Lich should just get some spell like Blizzard. We don't have that many wave damage over time spells. There's like Shrapnel. There's Underlord's Q. Just give
Freezing Field.
They probably removed it because it was like
an
so.
ultimate.
It was all so standard at Warcraft 3 though. Like so many different things were like, what else can we throw from the sky into a small area?
Yeah.
7 waves in a row.
But the thing is, Lich is so old as a hero concept that I feel like you could get away with just something basic.
Somebody about to die.
Oh, Mars wanted to come in here and take this fight at mid, but EHOME got the high ground, and they just take 2 quick kills. They are TPing in. SCCC seemed they knew what was going on Newbee, but they didn't approach that in the right way at all.
People about to lose their bet money. Faith Beyond not giving this up. It's going Echo Saber with Phase. He's going to have garbage attack speed.
I just
It's all right.
To your point, Newbee, I look at their draft and you realize, like, wait, they don't have a natural playmaker. And EHOME, they've been riding Faith Beyond hard for the last 5 or 6 minutes.
It's funny, though, that we say, is it about the draft or how the game's gone? Of course, it's all interrelated, but the common denominator in a lot of these drafts that I find us really criticizing is the offlaner just gets crapped on, and all of a sudden it feels like your team does nothing. Because you're counting on that Darkseer, you're counting on that Mars to fill such a critical role.
To be the playmaker or the stunner.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, Mars until recently was behind the 4-position Clinks in net worth, and yeah, that's a problem.
But that's all because they pulled out a weird meta hero and zoned him from lane, basically.
I don't think they saw that coming.
No.
It's a lot of bonus damage.
And yeah, it did look like he was going, Hellbird straight into X. This is the way to go. This is the build. You just get there faster. Like if you buy Medallion, it's not that expensive, but it really does slow you down. And you have to put it on the guy that you want to kill. And it's really more of like it's just more straightforward to have lots of raw HP, way more skellies earlier, and you don't have to focus the Medallion on one guy. They'll attack whoever they attack, and you can go do your stuff.
Well, and you're also not like with the Tiny especially. You don't necessarily have to do all the damage yourself. This isn't like a pub Clinks where you need to itemize to just go blow somebody up.
He's not even building the full lance, it looks like.
Yeah,
he just got 2 bands, and then now he's going for...
He's trying to maximize his damage right now, basically, rather than get the extra range.
Well, this is what we talked about, right? The skeletons scale with your stat damage.
Yep, exactly. Your raw damage, or your base damage.
Oh, Deuce, they know it's real now.
Yep, going for triple seat.
That was
Still has enough
That's
mana.
a fake. That's really cool, actually. That's just a solid fake go. They just want to kind of create some chaos, try and force TPs around the map. I love little plays like that. It's all about making space.
I mean, it's one of those like
Owen.
It's one of those things as a Tiny player that you just feel all the time.
Damage. They got this kill.
You're like, hey, I can one-shot heroes. So when you see a hero, you're like, I might as well Avatoss them. It feels good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Faith Beyond coming in on the back lines. They will get the turnaround kill on the Rubik. Awen, no TP for 25. He is trying to juke him. They have not realized. Now they see him. Innocence is on top of him, and Awen is looking pretty dead. No help on the way. Faith Beyond, one more Avatoss combination.
Well, they popped ult for that. Was that necessary?
What?
That's a big cooldown.
Yeah.
He is not that tanky, is he?
And that's the price of what these fake plays, right? That you are vulnerable at other areas of the map. Now they were able to make the rotation down there and get something, but
level 14 on the Arc Warden, getting closer to that level 25. It's sort of like
he's
Jaws,
just hitting creeps,
right? Because this is the ominous. The music starts, but nothing really happens, and then 30, 40 minutes from now.
I think we need a bigger boat.
Indeed. It's a classic movie.
It is. It really. The book is actually really. Peter Benchley.
Dude, to your point.
A little cheap fiction, but man, the dude could write.
Speaking of good books, American Gods. That's one I wish I could read again for the first time.
It's so good. Oh my God! Thank you.
I haven't read that yet.
I'm such a Neil Gaiman fan.
Highly recommended.
Anything by Neil Gaiman. The Ocean at the End of the Lane is fantastic. I mean, yeah.
Innocent, chilling in the trees, channeling things up onto Ao, and this poor guy just can't get a break. He can't get the blink. He's dead. And they just pop Exorcism. They are trying to save this Arc Warden over here. 430 getting jumped, but he is looking very, very dead. Did you manage to bring him down? Okay.
That's a nice sound.
Yeah, it is.
Good rotation from Newbee.
Right.
Have you guys ever heard Dota sound effects in like other media
Yes.
as
All
well?
the time. Thunderstrike, dude,
Yeah.
from Disruptor.
Constantly.
Like lightning noises
Yeah,
all the
it's
time.
the standard like thunder noise from movies.
Yeah. There's a lot of like stock effects that have been.
They got it from Dota.
Yeah. I've also heard Ursa's Enrage in a
Really?
few different
Yeah.
situations.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not used like in the way that you would expect, but it's like mixed in there. But if you hear it, you'll know. It's very obvious.
part of me thinks that this conversation is cool. The other part of me worries that this is some sort of sign of a crippling addiction. But
I only have
mean-
like 16,000 hours on Dota or something
Yeah.
like that.
We've been slowly training ourselves to react perfectly to thousands of different situations. So of course we're going to get used to a couple sound effects, you know?
It's true. Also, I don't think it's an addiction necessarily. I only spend like, when I was first switching to Dota, I was only spending like 16 hours a day.
you can stop anytime you want to.
Yeah.
I've hardly played Dota at all while I've been here at the hub, but this is no time. Also,
Dude.
casting Dota all day makes you want to play Dota a little bit, but also it sometimes burns you out.
Yeah,
The thing that's going to get me is the Underlord's addiction. Oh my god.
I've got you on Steam, right? I see you opening Dota Underlords all the time.
Oh.
So
It's just it's revolutionary to have a game that like I can be on and put down for a couple minutes when my daughter wants to play and then
Like
pick
make
it back
fun of
up.
it.
Yeah. Oh, well, she knows the Dota heroes and she gets so excited when she sees them in Underlords.
Hold up, we've got a smoke.
yeah, they've got two blinks now. So Newbee do have much better tools to be able to jump. This is just the double at
I
top.
like how both teams are smoking to their own safe lanes. Like, if you look, this is the dead part of the map for both sides. There's no tier 1 in the area.
Yep, the
It's
dead lane
just-
concept.
It's just like, hey, let's. I actually hate these kind of smokes, although the timing is cool in the sense that, as you can see, bounties in 15. That's really the play
Yes,
here. So they go to a
Again,
you're
that's-
not likely to find a hero there, but you make that smoke move earlier than expected. So if you find a hero, now you place wards, perhaps you get 3, maybe even 4 bounties with a kill.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
cool.
again, that's why the bounty runes, the 5-minute bounty runes, is like the best change in
Yes,
Dota.
I agree, because there's
It's-
natural reasons to do things
It
now.
rewards map. It's
That
just
aren't
one of
just
those things.
towers.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're incentivizing people to play the game
Yep.
correctly. You're
And what do people
incentivizing map
respond
control.
to?
Incentives.
That's right.
Money.
They Mars ulted. They were trying to cash his InQ, but
That was a little weird.
all right, he's fine.
So
I think maybe he broke their smoke or something.
Are we going to talk about this Medusa? Because I think she's a problem, guys.
Definitely.
What's her timing though? So she's going for MKB next.
Anytime
is it-
she wants.
Is it a 4 slot? Like
I don't think I don't think they have anything that can kill her.
Not yet.
well, not
but
until the Arc Warden comes
Yeah.
fully online.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
the
fine.
Arc
Arc
Warden is-
25.
he's
all right.
he's the theoretical counter, right? That's the kites are around.
I mean, Medusa's already.
you got
I
the
just-
bubble.
If she mana shields up, she doesn't get blown up by the tiny combo and Clinks anymore, does she?
No, of course not.
It is a lot of damage.
She'd need to be disabled a while and the Clink's ulti to hit for a while.
I'm just concerned the Newbee's still playing this game too cautiously. Because, I know it's like a meme, level 25 Arc Warden. But the way this game's being played, my concern is if you look at the draft, they really would love either Ags or Refresher Roshan. And they've taken so long to force the first Aegis that it will be a level 25 Arc Warden before that third Rosh is an objective. And I don't think you're ending the game on the second Roshan here. It's so difficult going high ground against an Arc Warden. Also, most annoying thing in the world is that these bubbles, you can't actually counter them on towers unless you stand inside of them. There's no item that allows you to hit objectives through them, and it's just
that's
one of those mechanics that's just like ugh.
That's the problem,
Meteor hammer.
and it's what makes the
There's no
stupid
item,
raids
Kyle?
so annoying.
Yeah.
Is that you can't slow siege. it.
Yes. You
Right?
put the bubble in a place where you have to stand in the middle of the racks behind the tower, and you just spam raids there.
About the only thing you can do is DP, right? The ghost can't miss, but of course she's on Arc Warden's team right now. So
It's true. Yeah, it's just we'll see. Oh wow,
Going in.
that's dead
Jin
points.
Q. All right, he wanted this fight, but bit off a little bit more than he can chew.
Got him. But there's 5 newbie heroes here, and it's just, I don't know. We'll see if it's enough. But Arc Warden now with bots,
there's a Dusa and the Sven that are both like farming the same unstacked camp.
That's kind of cool that Dusa can just hit the skeletons and still be hitting everybody else.
Yeah, she's got to be one of the best heroes to deal with them, because normally you just don't have the time to actually slap them each twice.
Yeah, but it's not a huge loss to be attacking them as Dusa.
God forbid your initiators blink past the skeleton army to like go fight, and they're like, "Why don't you back me up, dude?" It's like,
so
can't run through that.
We've been talking over and over again about how EHOME are all in on the Arc Warden 25, but the DP does get the early BKB here. This tells me that EHOME is looking to force a timing.
I think this is to just keep holding on to the game.
I don't think you go Yule's BKB on Death Prophet with
I think you know that Newbee are going to come. They're going to come fight you.
No, but
so
yeah,
you need something
exactly.
to fight back.
And you're just trying to
the
buy time.
I think that's they are going to fight, but they're not fighting so that they can win the game now. They're fighting so that they can just keep themselves in the game for the Arc Warden to come online more.
And when does he come online?
25, baby.
That's right. Woo!
Oh my God, you're a hero.
Huh?
Don't forget to
Somebody
put the
just
sugar
brought Kyle coffee.
Is that good?
I would like some coffee.
It's good for me. I don't know if it's good for you.
Oh, sad. All right.
And he only brought me 1 sugar because he knows I'm sweet already.
Get the
Should you look that one up on the internet too?
Yeah.
Nope.
All right.
I'll show you one of my
2:30
favorites after this game.
Okay.
They're looking for it. Trying to jump behind the tower. Double blink. What can they do? Never end. He's got 2 different defensive items. Does he have the fast fingers? They pop the glyph.
It's a bit
Okay.
pretty much late.
So they were they
what's-
glyphing to dive and then decided that they didn't want to anymore?
I have no idea.
That's really strange. Okay.
The thing is, like, now that Arc Warden is back, you can see it right now. Look at bottom.
Also,
you have to
give him
find a much crisper timing.
Give him one more item, and he's going to start killing the supports. These 2 supports do
Yes.
very little against the Arc Warden.
Yep.
Once he has the Shadow Blade. So
Yeah, Newbie playing with just no sense of urgency.
I would be less concerned if I hadn't. I feel like I've seen this game already. You know.
Yes,
I've
we
seen
have.
this game
Recently.
and Arc Warden just wins at 25. I think it is arguably the best 25 talent in Dota when you consider its applications. And
In terms of how it changes game dynamics, I think you're right, and it just stuns me that Newbie are not. They just don't recognize this.
Oh. See ya.
T-Tours.
like it's not.
It's
It'd be
all
one
right.
thing if they were controlling the map, right? But they've seeded it, and like they lose Fenrir
Yeah.
in their own jungle, a ward goes down, and all of a sudden they're going to lose a tier 2 is on top of it.
And you're seeding map control as a team that have 2 heroes that
Blink with-
badly need that
They're not
space.
being decisive either. Look at this. The Deuce is still miles away from this tier 2 while they're losing their own.
Guys, let's get back on the same page.
Okay. They're coming in now. But are they still going to take this tower? Mars is bottom cutting the wave. Okay,
There's
they're,
the Clinks
they're
eggs.
parking the Dusa. Clinks is in the back lines.
This is I
on.
watched IG play. Like, it wasn't even necessarily. It was the same discipline, that same methodical Dota we've come to expect from the Chinese region. But you see it here. But they had pace, they had tempo, they had this killer instinct. And right now, I don't really see Newbie or even EHOME to that matter like playing with it. It's just.
Well, but in their defense, EHOME is the team.
Yeah,
that
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
They don't need to
Good
do
luck.
anything.
That was such a sick
That was such a nice blink away.
That was a nice move.
Like he didn't have any information that they were coming. He was just finger on the blink button, ready to double tap at any moment, and just had the reaction times. Okay. Oh,
right.
hey, look,
Here we go.
it's our old friend Double Damage. Double Damage Vlad's on the Dusa. Lots of stats. This
Kill
is
me
a fast
now.
rush. Wait. EHOME are coming. They do not have the Burning Army, though, because they just used it on that failed attempt at top. If Mars was dead, this could be a very different situation. Avalanche slowing it down a little bit. Death Prophet going to go in. They do still drop off the skeletons from the Ags. Death Prophet gets lifted, sent back over the Oracle, saving her for a little bit, though. Never End. How much damage can he actually do? GOG is still
stole
fighting
Exorcism.
him, and Rubik's got the Exorcism. Never End. Can he survive here? He does not.
He had no mana. He did not cast a single Spirit Siphon in that fight.
Yeah, that's.
What do you get burned by?
The Mystic Snake. Mystic
Uh-oh.
Snake with talent.
I mean, the main issue is that he didn't
20
BKB when he
talents.
went in, right?
That's
He got
he
lifted
shouldn't get
pre-BKB.
snaked. He should be BKBing immediately. He
got-
popped it at 20
well,
HP.
He got lifted and then speared, right, before anything happened.
That was
Okay.
very weird.
Oracle ulti just took a little bit to come out.
Toss back.
Fabian?
It wasn't a mistake. He doesn't make mistakes. Something
Alright.
else must have happened.
Huh.
Skelly
They-
Bros
they,
come
they
out.
push him back. Jin Q just popping out these skeletons.
Oh, yeah.
Arc Warden chasing. He's got the Shadow Blade now. Gonna have the Hex before too long. Terror of the supports.
I just
Let it out, Kyle.
Release.
no. I
This is some definition of insanity shit here.
could you elaborate?
Doing the same thing over and over.
And expecting a different result.
How many times have they tried to go for this mid-tier 2? This is like the 4th or 5th swing.
Yeah, but how much damage did they do this time?
More.
Like 75?
That's a stat.
I just swear, I'm gonna be. I might actually walk off the set if Arc Warden, if they win this
One-shots
game.
Roche.
If EHOME
You're
just
not
get
the one.
Arc Warden
You're not the
25,
one officially assigned to this game. So.
but like,
Yeah, so GTFO.
did they not watch
Fenrir.
Epicenter?
See
No.
ya. Oh wait, Fenrir's actually pretty tanky.
No, they are
All right, he
playing-
survived. Never mind.
They are playing this game as if Arc Warden 25 is
wait,
not a thing.
they're not all together. I see SCC damage on the Rubik, 4 staff away. Rubik still got Exorcism, by the way. That's pretty
That's
nice.
nice. But
What
that's
kind of
a pretty big
spirits does he
timing.
have?
Huh?
What kind of spirits does he have, though?
I don't know. Which ones does it use the one that you have
I
equipped
can't
on
even
your
remember.
Hey,
Dota?
is that
Ghosts,
one of the
right?
Arcana effects that
Speak-
the spirits
Oh.
are different?
Speaking of spirits,
I don't
what's
know.
your spirit animal, Kevin?
It's you, Kyle.
It has the little border if you've got the Ags effect, the Arcana effect, right?
Yeah.
So.
I assume it does.
But he may not
exist
have
on-
it unlocked, is the thing. That's all.
God, what would it be? Surely that's got to
Tiny
be one.
Rubiks.
Tiny
Just,
Rubik?
just like Vengeful Spirit in
Can't
Dota
you just-
1,
can't you check
her
cosmetic?
auto attack animation was her hero model.
Yeah.
She like threw her.
Her body.
She threw her
Yeah, it was a
Yes.
tiny
literally
version.
throwing her body at
She
the
would
enemy.
throw her attack, and then like her body would come out of her body
yeah,
and like
that's
throw into
awesome.
it.
ghostly version. of,
Check his Arcana progress. And never mind, this is a fight.
No, there's a fight.
Okay, never mind.
Hold up.
Fights.
Oh, the bubble.
Yeah, do you think they're gonna kill us now?
Oh,
I like
gee.
how it makes the tower attack faster as well.
Love
Have you
it.
seen it with the glyph? They're jumping in the back lines. All right, that's a dead Fenrir. Mars ulti coming in. They do get the clinks. Hardly any spells for him. He does get Oracle
Save.
ulti saved on the other side of the fight. They will push back the Rubik, killing him off. Clinks trapped in the middle of everything. Just man fighting. They did use the Dusa ulti though, and Faith Beyond's
Toss
going to look
back.
for a little bit more. Here comes the toss back into the burning army. Never end, popping the ghost. Exorcism working on this Medusa. That's
One
life
kill.
number 1. Sven's already kind of blown everything
he
that he's
blues
got.
BKB.
Yeah,
They're
no,
not in
BKB,
position.
no God Strength. What can he actually fight with? Owen gets a good pushback onto the Death Prophet.
Wow.
Actually makes it all
The
the way
mana
to the
feels.
tree.
Oh
nice
my
stun.
god, the physical damage.
That was really nice.
How did that go so far?
There was like
'Cause he
one
blinked
tree
right
on,
on
the
top
edge,
of
dude.
him.
Yeah.
That was
that was
Leonidas.
that was really perfect. But still, it's a fight in the river. Aegis gets burned.
Yeah.
And where's the
I think
progress from Newbee?
That's a really good point because the fight, because it happens in the river, even though you get a slight lead, there's no way you're threatening base damage. And
Yep.
Yeah, they just have to go get lanes back out.
and the tier 2 finally dies, but it's denied.
Okay.
However, they get how many runes? All 4. So, oh no, they got 430 got 1.
Yeah.
But this is the big item, Hex on the Arc Warden.
The timings are coming, Kyle.
Yep. And
Level
Hex,
20, Hex.
because level 20 is huge because it means both you and your clone can get 2 Spark Wraiths off, like as you're hexing. Like you
In the
open out of the
duration,
Shadow
yeah.
Blade, Spark Wraith as you're hexing, and unless there's some sort of BKB immediate force away, the double Spark Wraith is what actually helps you land the kill.
I will say, look, Arc Warden 25 is what we're talking about, and it's justified, but Sven and Medusa have both been able to farm pretty well in this game, better than I expected. Mars has obviously suffered for it, but he's not that far behind Fate Beyond on the Tiny.
What's Dusa get next? Is Blink a consideration?
No.
Follow up? Get on top of the Arc Warden?
You have to be able, you got to be able to take a lot of damage in these fights.
It's like butterfly or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
butterfly.
I actually,
It's good against the clinks.
maybe you, man,
Oh, Faith Beyond.
did you just go
Blink
another
was on
sky?
cooldown. Getting trapped. Chain stun's coming through. He is still pretty tanky on this Tiny, though. Can he maybe get a toss away? He does. Lobs the Sven into the distance. Now they've got the Burning Army down, splitting this fight down the middle. Gia is going to use his ultimate, chasing forward. Awen does get the stun over onto the Oracle. He doesn't have any mana, and now he's got no life.
Do you? I really appreciate that. Like when Alan asks a question, he always makes he just sounds inquisitive. You know, like, oh wow, could they really do that? Oh, It just adds to my
I like to think
immersion.
about things.
Hex is up.
I appreciate it.
I
I'm not
know, I
flaming.
know.
Did he sell his Wraith Band to get he sold his Wraith Bands to get this.
Nice.
All right. Wanted it for the timing.
That could lose him the game. Watch out. That 12 less
Just
attack
dies
speed.
to that last auto attack.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the survivability.
Where's Arkward on his levels?
20.
Oh, okay.
They're smoking
All
with
right.
the
Yeah,
Warden.
you-
He's pushing top.
What's the music at right now, Alan?
We're still in the low Dotas.
Okay.
I still think Newbee's gonna end this.
Their gold lead is pretty impressive, and the Sven is now like a true core, especially with the Daedalus. I like the item build because you're a real threat when you pick up this item. I always feel like Svens that go for
If he finds the Arc Warden, he can just kill. Oh, SCCC out on an island, immediately hexed. Yeah, can't actually get
Another
out to
one.
pop the Stone Gaze here. He's
Nope.
being completely double hex. Auto attack him down. He does have a buyback, but Newbee should just be able to disengage.
I watched this game a couple of months ago, guys, and this is how it happens. You play too passive, all of a sudden Arc Warden gets hexed, and
Oh,
you can get
wait,
aggressive.
Sven
Nice.
wants to go, but he misses the stun. Nice Yules. They're fighting into the Exorcism now.
Hex up in a
Sven
second.
needs
If
to
BKB fades, he's got
disengage.
hex.
Yeah, once his BKB runs out, Faith
Oh,
Beyond's
that was-
looking
what a
for it. Here comes the toss back. Avalanche to prevent the save from the other heroes. Sven locked down,
Wow.
killed
That
off.
decision.
That's perfect. That was perfect by Faith Beyond.
But
That's
what
a
is
TI
the
winner right
decision
there.
by Sven there?
I mean,
maybe-
he got outplayed.
I think he
never
wanted
end
what? They
Yules
wanted
was
to
No,
out.
no,
catch
he
Dusa buys back?
The team was clean out. Like
Yeah.
the team is out there, and he re-engaged solo, and it's not clear that there was a plan.
And
They
now Dusa
forced
has to
the
buy
buyback.
back. All
Good
right.
lord. I'm surprised. Sven had all of his cooldowns. BKB up in 10 seconds. Isn't his buyback less valuable than SCCC's?
Yup.
Well,
Oh my god.
So what, if Dusa dies
This
now, is that
is-
just game?
No,
I mean,
it's not
they don't
game.
end it,
No.
but like Arc Warden gets where he's going.
I just can't believe that. Yeah.
We're just
There's
waiting
no- yeah,
here.
there's
All
no
right,
sense of
Here's all the
urgency.
skeletons. Owen's jumping in, does get the stun over onto the Oracle, so no saves. EHOME just fighting 3v5. They do have the Death Prophet coming over, but no Exorcism for the damage. And Gia this time around, he finds his target. One more hit's going to
Yeah.
do it. They find that kill. That's 3 dead. Make Faith Beyond the last one to fall. Triple kill for
and
your Mars.
Alan
how
gets
did they-
right back into the game with that, and that's you can't script the fight any better than that.
All right. Just chain stunning the Arc Warden double.
How did they find that opportunity? Like,
Catch Oracle in Arena.
But was that a good fight anyway? They were like telling themselves that, hey, if we kill Dusa,
Well, again,
That's really good.
We've
his
criticized.
team was there this time though.
they bought back on the Sven. I suppose they want to take that fight 5-on-4, but it works out. I think that this is, even though they lose 4 there, it actually just equalizes the game because you use two core buybacks, and I think if you're Newbee, you're on a bit of a clock here in the sense that this Aegis has got to win you the game because after it fades, you're going to have a level 25 Arc Warden. Are there tomes available? Because
I can't
all
check.
of them need to be going to
I'm
Arc
real-
Warden
like,
right now.
we can't check anymore. We can't check smokes or
That's
something.
annoying.
I mean, on the bright side for EHOME, the Burning Armor actually did really good against Dusa. Because normally when you fight her, she has an opportunity to steal your mana, basically. But if it's just the Burning Armory wailing on her in the backline, she actually disengaged that fight and had to run to the right because she just kept getting all of her mana drained by it,
That's a good
which
point.
I thought looked kind of good for them.
Yeah, the tiny Clinks is kind of an interesting combo. Just like Clinks bringing that little bit of extra damage on top of what Tiny's bringing. Tiny has got an Aghanim Scepter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So anyone that gets locked down is just going to get Spark Wraith and trees thrown at them,
And that's why I've been thinking to myself for a while: are we making too much of this Arc Warden 25?
No, we're
And
not.
We're not. And part of the reason is because if you look at what's around the Arc Warden,
well, Awen sees 430, but his team is not here to connect, and the
Okay.
rest of EHOME are showing up.
This
So
is great positioning. He knows they have no detection in this area.
what can you go for? All right, pins the Tiny. Where's the follow-up? They are coming in a little bit slow. Keeping Faith Beyond locked in here. They need the damage. SCCC moving into position, and they got the double lift. Just kill 2 heroes instantly. The double
No
also
buybacks.
dying. They leave Faith Beyond for last. Just slowly working
Which is
him
what
down
they
with the
needed.
Scotty.
But look at the creep waves. They're not going to be able to get anything out of this. And they ping the one bottom, but they're definitely... That's like 50-second travel time from where those creeps are. And I don't know if it's going to be enough time to ensure they can get a tier
He's
3.
got a double in 10 as well.
Ugh. What a hero.
Indeed.
I mean, only in this specific scenario where you can, like, they can kind of hold on and get him all the way to this point, and he can just hit creeps the whole game, right? It's
Wow. It's just there are only
At least
2
going
heroes
through
in
buyback.
Dota where I just flat out hate the design.
Ember's more gross than Arc Warden at the moment, for sure.
That doesn't help. Now it's a lot more. Oh wait, hang on. 430's clone actually lives. That's insane. And it means they'll be able to keep tower alive.
Keep spamming.
It was all backdoor anyways.
Double bubble. All right, that's the second one. SCCC still standing up here on the high ground. EHOME respawning soon. They do have the Burning Army once they're up.
Still have Glyph as well. Yep, there it is.
They got all the cooldowns.
And, man, like, really level 25 Dusa. Butterfly can be 6 slotted with an Aegis. And...
Do you like the 1,000 mana
Nope.
talent this game?
I'm not sure.
No.
I hate it, actually.
No.
I think if you're going to
that's-
die...
What?
Yeah, if you're going to die,
What?
you're going to...
I just don't think does the lifesteal represent that much survivability or anything?
What do you mean?
here?
No, it's not
Or do you
the,
get
it's
the
the
Mjolnir?
damage amp.
Yeah.
The Mjolnir? Okay.
It's the fact that your MKB can proc. Your Scotty's going to slow. Like,
What in the world? Yeah, that's a weird decision.
I think
I
it's...
think
there's
you know what
arguments
it
for
is.
both,
It's
but-
based
It
on what
is-
happened top,
no.
right? Like, he got oomed in the duration of 2 hexes and couldn't get his
It's
stone
that,
gaze off.
and it is anticipation of the Arc Warden 25 as well. Not that it's like what 2 more ghosts.
No, I would
but-
disagree. I would say if you're scared of Arc 125, you go in the game now with
Well,
that
yeah,
talent. You're not
obviously.
trying to
Oh, all right.
survive later
Yeah, all right.
on.
I see.
I
No,
just-
that is a very good point.
I just don't
That's
think
fair.
the split shot units are hitting heroes that many times. Like almost all the enemy heroes on EHOME are all super ranged heroes, so I just don't think they're gonna be that grouped up. So I don't know if they were more melee and the fights were less complicated. I think it would be fine, but I think the mana is just a safer choice, even though it's boring.
Not going to get it.
Hmm.
Double does timeout. And this could...
This could be
could
a
be a long
lengthy
one.
affair.
Yeah. So the thing with the Arc Warden is that he hits that timing, right? And then that's kind of his peak strength. We did see some games during the opens where Arc Warden would get to this point, and then all of the cores on the enemy team would get 6 slotted, and the Arc Warden would no longer feel so scary.
Well,
So-
it's not just about the hero versus hero. It's the fact that the Arc Warden is just it breaks one of the core mechanics of the game, which is split pushing without risk.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. What
It's funny because it goes back to these unreplicable
unreplicable mechanics.
We
Yep.
saw a lot of nerfs on different methods of split pushing, and it means that heroes like Arc Warden are just better.
Well, it's stupid though. Like,
Whoa.
split pushing is one of the most interesting and cool concepts in Dota when it's about risk reward. Like, give me those Mazes and chats. Like, what Alliance did at TI3 was really cool. Okay. Anytime though, these heroes that can split push without risk, the illusion metas, that's when it just gets stupid.
We saw nerfs, rework to Naga, nerfs to PL, nerfs to
Yep.
TB. Try and remove that element.
And the biggest element is just that your split
Yeah.
pushing tools that are a risk, they give gold when they die now.
Yes.
Not that it's like always huge. I mean, I think the Arc Warden
It does
Tempest doubles
add
are
up,
huge.
though. It does add up.
Those
Yep.
ones are like 300 gold in experience. Spirit Bears, 300 gold. Like they've definitely added those in, but you're definitely right that it's still generally something that isn't punished.
Oh
it's
no,
just
Faith Beyond, man.
more
They-
rewards.
They've really got to make sure that these creep waves stay alive for 430
Yes.
to come back. Because he again, it's all the XP, and there was a quick ultimate there by Faith Beyond, and 430 misses out on 3 full waves of experience. Yeah.
Death Prophet just
Yeah,
farming
that's what I'm
elsewhere.
saying. Just so many examples in this game. Neither team feels like they're playing with that much urgency, which is a $30 million tournament.
They got to get there
It's
first.
not
though.
that. It's not that big of a deal.
What's money anyways? To just be another
Exactly.
win for
I
Ferrari.
don't know about you guys, but I love Dota because I love it. It's nothing to do with riches. That's why I stopped playing. You know.
Mhm.
It had nothing to do with the fact that you got kicked from the team.
You could spend all of your time watching Dota.
I do spend
All the
watching
time.
Dota.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like,
It's the same. It's funny because that's a lot of what I did when I was a pro player.
how
too.
many heroes can my 5-year-old daughter name? That's. I am not proud of the answer to that question.
Also, you get to watch two teams playing Dota instead of just one team playing Dota.
Hey.
You get to watch double the Dota while being a caster.
And especially if you're Kyle, it's a lot less frustrating.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, playing is really hard.
There's still, it's insane though. If you ask, I think it's like a captain thing. I told a puppy about this. That there's certain games that are just burned into your memory. Like I'll be 50. I will be 50, and you'll ask me, "Hey Kyle, do you remember like why you lost that game at Epicenter, that game at TI, etc., etc.?" I'll be able to run you through it. It'll never leave. It's like a bad breakup.
Negative emotions, man. Make strong memories.
It really is. I remember I was making fun of you. One of the last tournaments I saw you with Complexity. You were at the captain's draft tournament, and I made fun of you because you got a side lane jug ganked mid, and you were immediately like, he had haste room. And this was like a month after the game.
Lynx makes the smoke, but they got him.
Nice.
He buys back immediately. Do they actually want to take this fight? Neverend gets spellbinded over to the double. They're auto-attacking onto the Grimstroke, but Fenrir, all right, he's gone. 430 still auto-attacking down, but Neverend's got no mana left. Tiny here on the front lines, SCCC just standing strong, laying out the auto-attacks, and there's going to be a buyback on either side. Newbee now trying to reset, but they are going to actually jump back in. They spot the Clinks once again and bring him down. Hex onto Gia, but he's very tanky on the Sven.
He's playing against a gem. What's he doing? Now it's the one hero with a buyback instead again.
Right. Faith Beyond, they go on the Sven, but he's very tanky. They do get the stun onto the Death Prophet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but they push him down into the middle of nowhere.
Where will he teleport?
Where is he doing
He'll
down
teleport.
there?
Here comes.
All right, he's going on the other side. They've got 430. There's purple particle effects everywhere. Mjolnir's bouncing.
Oh, he still dies.
Mars looking for
Medusa's so
the
low.
Oracle.
Oh god, DP has
Over on the other side, Tiny in some danger.
Oh,
Turns around with the tree and just kills him with the Ags.
Ferrari.
All right, just TP's out.
God.
Fenrir, Faith Beyond's looking for him. He does get the double.
What a cleaner. Dude, he just cleaned everything.
That's a big Tiny.
Faith Beyond wants to go to TI, boys and girls. This man is playing to win the game.
Yes, he is.
How much damage did that Tiny do in that fight?
Oh, give me my man.
Give me the
recap.
fight recap.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good.
More than Death
right.
Prophet. So the reason Death Prophet was there is because the spear pushed her into a wall. Because once she got into that pit, there was the wall on the backside. But once you get
really
speared
weird.
to it, you stay there until the stun ends, and then you can't
the terrain
be there.
pushes you out.
Exactly.
Really? So it doesn't check. It doesn't check. The game doesn't check your hero's positioning until the end of the stun.
Because once you're speared, you're basically flying through whatever, right?
Oh,
and you'll keep
yeah,
flying
okay.
until you hit a wall or a tree.
Can we go back to the Ferrari Arc Warden real quick?
He's
Alan.
still not 25.
No, but Alan, can we, what? Do you hear anything, Alan?
Dun, dun.
That's it, exactly.
Dun,
I
dun,
think
dun, 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 dun.
it's a little.
Yeah,
It's a little scary
speeding
now.
up.
It's getting really close.
It's speeding up.
If you've got a little kid watching with you, please, send him out of the room because it's about to get real scary.
Oh, jeez. That looked good.
Tiny's gonna get Daedalus, right? And then this is gonna this stuff is gonna get
If
nutty.
EHOME win this game, though, I MVP's Faith Beyond. That's the really.
I mean, 100%.
Oh,
how
yeah,
many kills
yeah.
has he found? Like
He's
in a game they're
9-3 and
losing.
9 right
it's
now.
Truthfully, that's most eHome games, but yes.
He's found at least 6 or 7 openings in a game where there really shouldn't be any if you consider the
Interesting
Newbee
item
lineup
from
and the
GQ
lead they've
here.
had.
The most agility in a single item that you can get.
That is true.
I'm surprised he didn't get the burning army cooldown a little bit, but I guess he has been very not like they haven't done a lot this game. It's been a lot.
He's
of,
not
like,
using it
workarounds.
on cooldown or anything.
Yep.
Roshan. Aegis to Refresher Shard. They're going for it. Deuce is still dead for 5 seconds.
What was the talent that Tiny got at 25?
Avalanche cooldown.
Okay.
It's really good. Oh,
And that's
yeah, I like it actually.
And your point about the Clink's talent choice, I mean, so much of what eHome is doing in this game is itemization and the way they're playing the heroes.
Oh, Owen
They're
jumps in.
making Medusa
All right.
respect the
There's
burst
the ulti,
damage.
pushes back the clone, but it instantly times out. Neverend is inside of the pit.
Look at
They
Faith
can't
Beyond.
quite finish anything off. Faith Beyond zoning them back. Does have
Starting to fit.
another
They're just
tree
still
volley
going for
soon.
it.
SCCC.
Oh, he cancels his Fen Blink.
Oh, Sven can't get in there. All right.
Refresher shard on the ground.
Neverend has the Aegis.
Wait,
They've
you
got
have the
the
Clinks?
Refresher Shard on
Nice.
the Clinks.
This is a 6-slotted Medusa
Arc Warden's
that
going by.
is having to be very careful about the way that she's playing these fights
Was she just
because of
sort of
the
tossed?
burst damage potential.
Is there some sort of gentleman's agreement to just ensure that all the games in this qualifier go to 45, 50 minutes plus?
No.
Because like,
Yeah,
look,
they're out to
I
get
don't-
you, Kyle.
Look, I just want to like.
You're
know,
not paranoid.
I know
Everybody's just out to get you.
it's hard to go high ground against Dark Warden. It's one of the most difficult heroes to break base against. I get it.
I would
get it.
argue that you goddamn well better do it before
But you
25.
gotta try. You've gotta try. It's not as if EHOME's lineup is like this total 4-1, right? Faith Beyond will scale. The Death Prophet will scale. They have a Clinks with an Ags. Like, this is not a team that's gonna just like fall over and you kill 430 twice. It's GG. You can just all in for this hero. They have an Oracle. You know, this isn't similar. What was the game? I think it was. Was it the last game at Epicenter? The one there was a game Arc Warden lost, and there was no save for it. But this is different.
Yeah.
The Refresher Oracle.
Yep.
Double save.
Yeah.
Just keep people alive. Keep
I
this
guess
Death
that's
Prophet
probably
pumping
fine.
out damage. DP did go for the Crypt Storm cooldown. Pretty value with the Aghanim Scepter.
Cool.
I guess when you've got the Oracle backing you up, this talent probably gets even better, right? With the Ags as well.
Yes.
It's gonna run out of mana. What do you guys think those spirits look like? Nahaz, I'm asking you because we talked about this last night.
Go to blue. Go to blue.
What?
Dun 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 dun.
Now look, all of a sudden, EHOME, they're moving out into the enemy side of the map. Newbee, retreat into their base.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
there's the Aegis
I
factor as
can't
well.
handle this, man.
But yeah, they let it happen. 48 minutes. We
And-
finally
and look at
arrived.
this.
Now you just need an Arcane Rune, and that's where things
No.
get dicey.
Summon your own Arcane Rune.
Oh, that's true. That's a great point. Imagine how terrifying Thanos would have been if he could have just created Infinity Stones. That's what we've got here.
If I snap my fingers, can I have the number of people at that desk?
What if you miss?
Oh, toss back.
Toss back on SCCC. Big trouble. He's in the middle of the burning army. Does pop the BKB going to work. Death Prophet getting saved by that first Oracle ulti. 430's inside of the base. On the other side, they do find Innocence, and they bring him down. There's a lot of damage on this Death Prophet, but he does have the Aegis. Arc Warden on the high ground. They finally kill off the double. Sven retreating into the base. What can he actually do? The volleys.
Should be all right.
He's just going to survive. This Butterfly helping to keep him in the game.
I mean, Faith Beyond's got to be like, team? Team? He had a great toss back on SCCC, but the rest
I
of
mean, there needed to be an instant hex, though, right?
they didn't react. They were,
But what can they do once the BKB happens? I think they need to insta-hex to have a chance of killing there. And SCCC, as soon as he sees that he's flying through the air,
it's just going to.
is mashing this button like a madman. So, but still, so what did we lose? We lost the Aegis.
4 bounty runes.
Did they use the Refresher Shard? Where's the Refresher Shard? Nope. There it is. It's on the Death Prophet. Okay. And Cheese is still in Tiny's backpack.
I love the Zinq item that he's queued up just now. E-Blade, so strong here. You're playing against solely physical damage. Like there's no real magical output on Newbee, and they don't have any sort of purge at the moment.
And it's also just, again, it's more agi.
Yeah.
Right? More damage
The
to your
most
army.
agi.
We didn't mention this, but Butterfly on the Sven, are we fans of this?
No.
I think it kept him alive there.
But Arcorn has MKB, and like he's going to get MKB because your Deuce already has a Butterfly.
Yeah, I like it a lot against the Clinks ulti, at
True.
least. I mean, he's got
It's a lot of
ACL,
armor
so
as
he's
well.
pretty survivable. It's definitely a little weird.
Is it
All these
really,
supports.
does it really do more for you than Heart?
The attack speed's really nice. He's already got tons of damage. Heart's not bad either, but
Or Satanic? I mean, that's, I don't know.
I would like Satanic, personally. I think that item is a must-have against Dark Warden. You're going to get double hexed at some point.
Yeah,
You're also
stats
playing
for this.
against a... I guess that's really it.
Oh, check it out. Death Prophet did not opt for the Octarine. It's Heart of Tarrasque.
Interesting.
that's actually stupid good with
Yeah,
Oracle.
yeah, exactly. Can you
Yeah,
explain that
yeah.
mechanic, Kev?
Absolutely. See, when Oracle ultis you, any heal that you accrue during the duration gives you double the heal. And Heart kicks in on ranged heroes after 7
seconds.
7 seconds? Oh, I knew that. And then when Heart kicks in, you're getting a buttload of regen, which is doubled. So basically, even if Oracle gets
So he's getting 3 seconds.
absolutely evaporated,
he's getting
he'll
long
still
enough.
heal.
He's getting
False
3
Promise
seconds.
is not long
Oh,
enough for Heart
also,
to
It
kill
is.
him,
No,
it's
it's 10 versus
50% health
5,
regen
10 versus 7 versus
amplification.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. And you get 50%. Yeah, yeah.
What's the duration of False Promise?
10 seconds.
10
So
seconds.
you get
10
3
seconds.
seconds minimum.
3 seconds of 5%.
Of 10,
so 10%. He gets 30%
but
health.
plus
here.
50%.
Those longer than I realized.
So it's more like it's like 45% of your max HP regen minimum. Not to mention
Yeah.
the heal you're doing yourself during an Oracle ult, just because you have this item.
Hashtag smart.
They did the math.
More or less OP than being able to false promise Troll at the end of his ult.
I don't understand the question.
Well, I just the idea that so Troll ults, he can't die, and then you either ult at the end of you false promise him at the end of his ult, or he ults at the end of false promise.
If you can't die, are you truly living?
Troll ulti can't keep you alive through lethal false promise though. Can it?
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
I could have sworn it can.
I'm not sure about that.
All right, we ought to check that mechanic because I'm pretty sure it can. I'm pretty sure you under false promise if Troll ults at the end of it, that he lives.
Oh, all right, they're going on the Death Prophet.
Here it comes.
There's the Edict, damage from SCCC.
Oh,
nice
whoa.
toss back from Faith Beyond.
That's sick.
Also,
What a guy.
just having the heart alone is meaning that he's getting more heals from Oracle
Yeah,
anyways.
that's true. That's true.
Oh, Faith Beyond looking for it again. There's the toss back onto the Sven. He's in the middle of the Burning Army. Jinkyu wants the double. Never ends in the middle of this. Faith Beyond taking the auto attacks. 430's going to lose his double. Gia does get right-click down, saving the buyback for now. They're just waiting to see what happens.
Look at the Burning Army.
This fight is a mess of particle effects. Faith Beyond does get the blink away. I don't know if he's going to survive at the end of this.
Burning
Owen
Army is
getting
insane.
chased down. They do buy back on the Sven now. 430 wants to chase down his Triple C, drops the second Hex on top of him, and they do lose the Dusa. Both big cores now in the hole. They force back on Neverend.
I bet the Sven really wishes he had a Satanic after getting tossed back into the enemy with no
I bet
life
they
steal.
really wish they didn't let Arc Warden get level 25.
You know, I'm always.
Gee, what are those in the Dire base?
Ugh.
What are those in the Dire? Have we seen this before? Something about Ember Spirit walking into 4 of them? No.
All right, well, they forced both of those big buybacks. So, EHOME getting some more items. We've got that Ethereal Blade up now.
The thing, it's insane. Like I said, I talked to Mineski. They scrimmed Chinese teams the entire prep session. They said all the games ended quickly. They were like 25 minutes, and they would if they lost, they'd get crushed. And then the qualifier starts, and all of a sudden the game slows down.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's just afraid. They're afraid to lose.
Do you guys value the Runeforge more than a Moonshard here?
I
guess so, right?
I think
Because
so.
the chance of
Yeah.
an Arcane Rune?
Arcane, DD.
I think Arcane's the best,
Bounty.
though, right?
Bounty's not bad. Bounty's better than like some of the other trash ones. Like Invis or something, you're not going to use that, really.
Yeah, he got one. There you go.
I don't know. What do we just stop analyzing this game because we're beaten? Like we've beaten the dead horse. We've moved on to like.
If
I
they,
mean,
if
I
they
was
can, if
beating
they
the
can
Slark
find and
horse
if they
last
can
night.
find and kill the Arc Warden, can they win the game?
They can do it twice.
What are buybacks like?
Not great. I mean, they've only got one of these cores. Oh, like they've only got 1 life each. Dire
Those
buyback situation's real
Dusa
bad.
particles are actually ridiculous.
It's a mess.
The
Well, it's
Scotty
because it's
purple,
showing the Scotty and the like
purple sparkly.
yeah. But Arc Warden also has it, and then the Mjolnir is proccing, and then there's Ghosts, and then they've got the Klink's Burning Army.
Yeah. The Refresher Shard was really good in that last fight. At some point, Newbee just realized that they were constantly being attacked by like 20 things and just had to back up.
EHOME have the high ground advantage here. Both teams have vision up the hill, though.
It's DD
Oh,
top.
is this ward just out of range of that sentry? Looks like it might be. Oh, no, they ping. Do they see it? Okay, they see it. Oh, that was really close. All right.
But
Well,
how do you fight into this?
You
don't. It's like that one boss level in
All right.
Luigi's Mansion.
we got a
What?
we've got a fully stacked
Nobody played that
Roshan,
game.
guys. Okay, Exorcism coming out. Deuce Illusion's trying to scout the health,
Oh.
but I don't even know if he made it into the pit. Seems like he may have just done it. Newbee, what are they doing? Rubik gets the lift over, but it's only under the double. Force taps himself a little bit further back. They've got the Soulbind coming in. That's 1 Hex on the Medusa, and the Tree Volley does a little bit of damage, but not that much. Roshan half HP.
She also gets extra heal from her Ag's interaction with the heart, too.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a good
So
point.
many good combos.
Yep. Oh, Death Prophet. All right, Sven's just
going
in
for
here.
the
He's
Roche.
popped everything he wants. The Aegis potentially, they are going to get on the Death Prophet.
Wow.
Here comes the ulti. Exorcism's about to wear out, so that's more healing as well. He may even survive this SCCC. He wants the Aegis. Can he even make room for it? He tried. He's got the Aegis. SCCC's done it. What can they actually do? Now they've got another ulti coming in. Dusa still auto-attacking everybody. Faith Beyond's dead. Death Prophet healing. 430. Clone dies. SCCC still auto-attacking everybody. That's his Aegis. Arc Warden, that's the real 430. Is he going to be brought down here? He will. He's dead. Jin Q getting slowed down, and Newbee backing up to reset. They still have all of their heroes.
What a fight by Newbee.
SCCC man marching into that Roshan pit, and they've still got the shrine to heal up.
Like once they disengage outside of the
Look at that
Roche
boost
pit,
damage.
and the BKB had been popped on Death Prophet, and then Newbee committed to the Roche pit, then it got really hard. Like Death Prophet just got segmented again.
And all of the exorcism damage was used for Roche, right? He had like 5 seconds of it left.
The thing is, there's no real window for them because there's still no buyback on the Dusa. And they lost. They used it. Refresher shard, lost Aegis, so it doesn't change the status quo. In fact, I believe we're going to just see another 10 minutes or so.
Where did everything else end up?
Was there an Ags or
anything? There was an Ags.
Wait,
and
did Tiny pick it up? Did I see he had an Ags and an Ags?
Yes. Well, yes, I think so. Because wouldn't it have the synth if it was?
No, they're both called Blessing.
Oh, okay.
It might have just been a refresher shard or something.
I disagree that it doesn't change the status quo because again, with the Arc Warden, you know the lanes are going to be pushed.
Mars got it.
And it means that now as EHOME,
that's sick
now
damage,
as EHOME, if you get a
you
pick
got the
off,
HP regen.
you're going to be able to do.
What do you guys think about this? Plus 100 HP regen on the Arena of Blood instead of the Rebuke crit.
I mean, he doesn't have any damage.
That's true.
Didn't have Desto or anything. He's got a Shiva's
and
Lads.
That makes sense.
This is one of the first times that I've seen that talent choice in a pro game. It's almost always the Rebuke crit that I've seen.
They always get the damage though. Like they always have damage items.
Yeah.
But he's playing more utility this game. It's not going to be bad on like Dusa or Sven or something like that.
Ooh, what do you like? Sven's buying an Ags. I think to synth it. It's quite nice actually. It'll give base damage to his Medusa.
Yeah.
So that's actually, in my opinion, one of the most underrated Ags in the game.
I agree.
Because a lot of people forget about it sometimes. Because it's like Sven always needs actual items. But if you combo Sven with one other hero that does a lot of damage, it's bonkers.
Dude, I remember when back when Wisp hit level 15 and was still giving Ags, right?
Yeah.
EG had this cool strat where they would have Sven Visage. They would tether the Sven, he'd pop ult, and all the Visage birds, which were extra because they would tether the Visage first, and he'd spawn an extra bird, and the Visage bird would just kill everything. It was awesome.
Because it does like, it's like 125% damage to your allies nearby.
Yeah.
The Sven Ags.
I love that in Dota, all this mad scientist stuff is like often ends up being fairly viable.
No, that's the thing.
That's one of the
ends up really mattering.
That's one of the cool things.
Like you see the shit at TI.
Yeah.
Like this is not. It's not like
fountain
abstract
hooks
theory
and
crushing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people are always coming up with these crazy because it feels like in I guess it happens a lot in like card games where people are like, oh, you can do this crazy thing where you can set up this infinite combo. People are like, oh yeah, right. Like okay, but in Dota, it actually happens.
You guys were watching some of NA, right? Right?
Not that much.
Like
what are you talking about?
I was just going to bring up that, like, I don't think, like, obviously, the best 12 teams are all invited to TI. So we're not seeing the best Dota. But it's cool how different regions have different flaws, right? Because in North America, people are aggressive to a fault. Whereas on all these China games, it feels like it's just passivity to a fault.
I'm not going to lie. I am bitterly disappointed.
All right, they smoked on top of wards.
I thought that I expected this qualifier to be the most competitive TI qualifier ever.
Ever? Like
well,
in history?
In the last couple of years since we've had similar formats. Obviously, you go back to some of them where like the entire East and the entire West were playing in one qualifier.
Yeah, like
that
everybody's in
hype.
qualifiers.
Yeah. But since we've had regional, 4 to 6 regional qualifiers, I expected this to be one of the most competitive regional qualifiers the last 3 years, and these games have not been.
Do you think SCCC should consider like just synthing an Ags though? Like he's going for Satanic, but what's he going to replace it with? I guess just
Satanic
Pop
BKB.
BKB. Yeah.
His Ags is actually really good too.
His Ags is really good here.
It's literally just a stun.
Yeah.
It amplifies physical damage. It doesn't even like give them magic resistance anymore.
Yep.
Between like Sven and Dusa, and if it bounces good, I mean, it can stun for like 2 seconds or something if it bounces good, I think.
And that's enough time to kill the Oracle. That's enough time to potentially...
What's the best thing about the China region is that all these people that like would never buy their ags, they actually have so much fucking money that they have to at some point.
Yeah.
So we get to see it finally happen.
This is the frustration of playing against the Arc Warden, though. Look at how much ground Newbee have to cover as a team just to get the lanes pushed back.
I don't even, like, what do we talk about? What do we do?
Theory craft more
I'm
item
honestly,
decisions.
More dad jokes,
you
Kyle,
know
go
what?
for it.
I'm asking Twitch chat, what do you want us to do here? Because Lord knows, in 5 minutes, we'll still be in this game. So you've got a lot of time to offer feedback, and yeah, we'll just get into it.
Fair enough.
Help.
Send
All
help.
right, we got 25 clinks.
But hey, I want to make sure
Here
we all
comes the
recognize
multi-shot.
this is a must-win game for EHOME. This is huge, and you said, maybe the Dota's been not as great as we would expect, but this is the most competitive region, and every game is huge.
Absolutely. And this is the EHOME team again. Some of the names are different, but this is a team that we absolutely expected was going to be at Shanghai.
I mean, at the very least, in the playoffs of the
Yeah.
qualifier.
All right. Pop out the illusion rune, pick it up. Try and delta split.
Were you, speaking of surprising results, were you surprised by Gambit?
Oh,
I
I feel so bad for those guys.
I think
do too.
I'll be honest. I flamed him already, but I think Afro Ninja tilted the shit out of his team.
Yeah.
And I think that when you're playing in a tournament that's like not amateur level, you GG when the game is over, like for sure. And how many times have we seen comebacks and because it's not about we can't win this game. The other team can always lose the game. All right, I know this well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Game's not over till the Ancient explodes. Well, sometimes it's over a little bit earlier, but it's.
No, there's a reason. You look at the best teams in the world, right? They don't GG until they're thrown, until they're all dead and their throne's exposed for the most part. And maybe VP will GG out early, but they're the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Like that, there's always that compendium question, like, what's the earliest game it's going to be? And it never goes early anymore. It never goes pre-15 minutes, ever. Nobody ever gives up early anymore. Just too much money at stake.
It's just crazy to me, especially with how their season has gone. They're so relevant at so many events.
Yeah,
It's very leaves a very bitter taste. And I agreed with what you tweeted, Kyle. As hesitant as I am sometimes, I like to understand what pro players are thinking. That's part of the before I criticize. But
Oh my God, sorry, that Archer just gave 100
Oh,
gold.
God.
Something's happening. Grimstroke might be dead. Nope. Force Staff away, still alive. Arena of Blood down. They've caught the Oracle, but he
that's
does
good.
have the Aeon Disc, but he's using a lot of spells on himself, and they've actually stolen the ultimate. S-Triple-C is just doing so much damage. Standing here, never end. What can they actually do? They Force Staff him out. Rubik, they're all standing here. They do have the Burning Army going. Faith Beyond
So
looking
many.
for these kills.
Oh my God.
Are they actually going to do the damage? They get back to the shrine. Why is the shrine still here? Sven stealing back up. 430's on the high ground. Oracle buys back into the game.
No one's dead. No. Why is that shrine still there, Basskip?
I don't know. It should be dead, right? There's no 2 or 3 mid. They can take it. Arc Warden probably should have killed this with a double an hour ago, but. What's our da-na-na-na-na status?
oh,
He's
There it is.
he's-
It's under
Dude,
X.
we are waiting. At this point, we're waiting for
petering
the
out,
sequel.
right?
all right.
Yeah.
No. Our status right now is Baby Shark.
Do, 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 do.
All right, Alan, teach us something about life, man. We've got some time. Hit me with something.
What?
I don't know. You're old and wise, and I'm not.
I ain't wise. Oh my God.
Oh, hey, look. We've seen this. But
Oh, how'd the courier die? What was
that's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. We can't. Wait, if I hotkey it, can I still find where the corpse is, or is that not a thing anymore?
I don't think
Refresher
that works
clinks.
It's so good.
Nice.
Like you saw the arrows last. Like
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, this is gonna be
No,
insane.
no. They're just gonna hide in the Arena of Blood, dude. No
once-
projectiles.
Oh, that's true,
May
actually.
pass the Arena of Blood.
But once you hit 25, you basically get a
You
double
shall
ulti
not
anyways.
pass.
So having refresher is basically like a quad ulti.
That's
Wait,
Yeah.
really? Is that how it works?
It
They
literally-
multi-shot.
They multi-shot 2
Yeah,
times.
all of them multi-shot. Medusa losing mana. 430. Harass. So okay, so we're getting to the point where the double like harassing is just irrelevant, right? All the cores don't really care about taking 1 or 2 spark rates. The supports, sure. We still have False Promise stolen on the Rubik as well. Rubik still not going for Ags. He went for the telekinesis cooldown at 25. Makes a lot of sense, I think. There are some fairly high damage things to steal this game, but 7-second cooldown stun, pretty nice. Oh. Tiny has Octarine. Is not opting for more damage on the volley. He is going for another Hex.
What's the cooldown on his Avalanche? Like 3.75 or something? Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Nice. You know the cooldown?
NA Maths.
Wow.
All right. Also, guys, it's 5 minutes later. The
Okay.
suggestions.
I actually just checked my phone. I'm not even
what do we got?
There's a lot. A rap battle, dad jokes, dance off, Nahaz.
There you go. No. Wait a minute.
Huh?
There you go. Hit us with some poetry, Kyle.
Slam poetry.
Some poetry.
Yeah. You did some poetry for us during Epicenter.
Yeah, but that was like
Hit
a
us with some
one-time
poetry.
deal. I don't know, dude.
1 spark.
Did
2
Medusa sell her
spark rates.
boots? Like she just doesn't have boots.
Someone asked Nahaz, can you
There's
explain the birds and the bees?
Wow.
I mean, that's basically what I asked before, too.
You can just play this VOD back later when you need it.
Hey, we stay here long enough. We are going to create new life.
Oh, jump
They're going in.
All right, they're looking for something. SCCC on the front lines. He's tanking up everything. Owen's going to look for some kind of an ulti. The BKBs have been popped, and they don't find anything. The skeletons are pushing him back. Defensive ulti. Stolen False Promise plus the HP regen on the ulti. I think he's fine. Medusa locked down, 4-staffed away, losing mana. Death Prophet losing life to the Sven. Critting her down. Faith Beyond in the middle of everything. Gets a toss back into the middle of the double burning army, and that might be the end of SCCC. He's down.
My
125 seconds. He buys back. Never end healing back up to full. The silence on the Sven. Faith Beyond's back. There's another shrine. He TP's in, and they've killed him off. Owen also going down. Never end with the double kill.
Are you serious?
So many dead heroes.
Yeah, for
Faith
now.
Beyond.
Hey, they're back.
Oh, hey. So how did all right? So how did EHOME end?
Oh my God!
So we were
Burning
asking the
army.
question of how did Newbee end.
Yeah, obviously the answer is skeletons. Good God.
I mean, they
Spooky,
last so
scary
long.
skeletons.
They
They-
really do.
If you just fight around them, you're eventually going to win because they're just
Guys.
DPSing.
Well,
Guys,
this is you
Another
asked me to
E-blade?
explain the birds and the
two
bees.
E-blades.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's when a Death Prophet and a Clinks love each other very much.
Uh-huh.
They both press the R buttons, and little ghosts and skeletons come out.
That's pretty good.
All right.
There you go.
Thanks, Professor.
Can we make a bone joke, or is that too much?
I don't know, man.
You don't need to ask
They
permission.
jumped in.
Hold up.
They found the Death Prophet. He's soul binded over to the Tiny. Faith Beyond won't be able to jump away. They do stay with the False Promise. These tossbacks.
Faith Beyond has no buyback.
But yeah, Faith Beyond needs to be really, really careful. Two-man lift.
Too late.
430 standing here. They're auto-attacking
Oh,
onto the
no.
Mars, but
Did
he's
they
still
just throw?
surviving. Secondary ultimate. They found the Oracle in the back lines. Bring him down. Never End also focused. He's now dead. Newbee making a decisive
buyback
move
on
with no
Oracle.
buybacks available. Roshan has the full complement.
What?
This guy has plus 420. Check it out. Plus,
Wow.
plus 420 damage.
Good for him.
Was that what's that mean?
Oh, it's just a lot of damage.
Oh.
That's 105 times 4. That's what that is right there.
Boy, you got some NA math going on here.
NA education. All right, well, so now we have Aegis on
And Ags Rubik as well.
the Dusa.
That's why he didn't buy it. He's like,
Rubik- I'm going to get it
I
eventually.
get this for free, dude. Why would I spend
Yeah.
4,000 on this?
No, they give it to Rubik. He's gonna buy it himself because he has so much gold. He can still.
What? No,
afford
as
it.
in Rubik didn't buy it because he knew that it was coming down
gotcha.
down the line eventually.
I thought you said
This game was definitely going 70 minutes.
This is actually a huge opening. Holy crap! But
Yeah,
there's
it
a lot of
Dusa,
spark
Dusa is
rates.
full turret mode.
Oh, they got an arcane rune. Oh my
Look at
God!
this.
430 has an arcane.
No,
Oh, Jesus.
no.
Oh, wait. He's only got a little bit of the duration left.
What do you mean a little bit of the?
The mine's already set, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
All right, well, the double just dies.
Yeah, they've got that well in hand.
Forward, onto the high ground we go. They're swapping lanes.
Yeah.
The fake out. Sven at bottom with the Solar Crest buff. He's chopping racks. See you later,
My
melee. So long range.
They've learned from playing
Still
against
too
techies.
dead. They don't need to go where the mines are. They are going to lock down onto the Mars. But again, how much damage are they actually doing? Jinkyu runs forward, but he gets caught. Can he get his other ultimate off?
Nope.
No,
Okay,
he
he's got
cannot.
buyback.
They're
He's got
all
buyback.
just sitting inside of the HP regen. He buys back. He's coming in, never end with the silence, trying to chase forward, using his exorcism. The yields up on the Sven. He does have another ultimate. He's the one with
There's
the
no
refresher
buyback on
shard.
Svendusa.
They've got these skeletons coming out.
she's
SCCC
vulnerable.
losing mana quickly, but he does have the Aegis. Newbee just trying to reset around their team. GOG is out. He's going to be coming back with some more mana.
You've got to be
We are not.
Pause the game. It was supposed to be a short day. Oh. No.
Imagine if this game was the one that forced tiebreakers.
Do you? Wow.
Hit the building, not the arrow. Okay, thank you.
That career in motivational speaking
Oh.
is not going to work for you.
They're dead.
I mean, props to Newbee, though, for making that play with no buyback on Deuce and
Yeah.
Sven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually
Like,
running
They took,
at this
they
shrine.
took a risk.
They
Yep.
ran at this shrine and they took a really important
They take
fight.
the first
I
racks
just-
of the game.
I would
at
like to see-
72.5 minutes.
That's
Why can we not
actually
take that
bonkers.
risk at 25 minutes?
No Raxes were down, and they were both like, let's be very careful, guys. Like, we're about to lose the game. Well, they lost. Now watch out for those super creeps, dude.
Yeah, we're talking
How
about
you gonna
birth
deep
control. Both of these teams are pretty much abstinent in their
That's
approach
true.
to breaking into the enemy base.
Abstinent.
Abstinence. Well,
Yeah,
you-
I don't think.
I think you're
You know
Toolfist,
what? I
but
don't think that works
Oh.
as an English sentence, but I'm going to allow it. I
We-
like that.
we are a generation of abstinence-only education in this
It's
room,
true.
I'm sure.
Oh Lord.
Huh?
What?
Blame the Puritans.
The only way to guarantee that you don't get pregnant is to not have sex.
Well,
That's
not true.
abstinence
Did you
only
watch Scrubs?
It
education.
is,
That wasn't the
but
case for JD.
I'm sure that was entirely medically accurate.
All right, Sven's got the guys. Sven Ags, check it out.
I am not going to comment on that
125%.
because it would get me into politics, and that's going
Wait,
nowhere.
Yeah, please, Alan,
Guys,
Alan.
I think this item is going to do a lot of damage.
It is going to do a lot
I
of
think
damage.
this Medusa is going to hit
And
real hard.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's a lot of damage that EHOME won't necessarily expect.
I think they are doing it.
It won't be bad for Mars either, actually.
Happening status, it's.
Guys, we're so never mind. We're at the point where like I forgot. Like, never mind.
The 72
You
minute
did this at the
Rax
very
is
wait.
pretty-
We've broken
Kyle did this.
Kyle.
He did this at the very beginning of
What?
the game. Remember, he asked a question or like was about to say something and then he didn't.
Yeah.
And because he's just done it again,
I'm-
clearly that must mean that this is now the end of this game.
Ooh, that's a Mafia read right there. That's sick. Good play, dude.
I like that. The logic.
Dude, when I played Mafia a lot at that other LAN we're at, dude,
Although-
I went back home and then like just talking to people, I was like ready to pressure. Every time they made a slip up, I was like, wait a second.
wait. Your story's
stumbled.
not internally consistent.
Yes.
To be fair, Basskip has not played a lot of Mafia with us. You don't really need an argument to lynch Kyle.
It's true.
No, I mean I played with him at Mumbai.
Oh, nice.
I haven't played with you so much though.
Yeah.
You should see in the time when he's like, yo, this is the 6th time that Boba has fake claim cop. And he's always wrong. But this time,
All right.
it's not fake. It was
4:30.
fake. He lost town the game big time.
Who did? Who did?
You
me?
did, yes.
No, I died.
No, you have a very poor memory, bro.
I said kill Bulba. I will stand by
Excuse me?
that.
Okay.
I have a couple people that would definitely disagree with your statement.
Where are they? Find them. In
Sabrina
fact,
is one of them. She
by
was in that game.
To get them here before this game ends, Kevin.
we have time.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, check it out. Rubik's got
Like,
burning.
what is there
That
something?
actually doesn't matter. He does no damage. And he doesn't
Yeah.
have burning spears.
Let's
maybe.
here. Hang on. Pull up the items, Basskip. Let's break this down. Let's offer some high-level analysis.
You want some
Holy
information
shit.
density? Yeah, there you go. Check
Look,
it out.
What in the world?
So-
Backpack items of Vlad's
So
in
we're
there.
no Vlads on the EHOME side. This could come back to haunt them.
Sven has a refresher and a refresher shard. Check it out, guys.
And a
Nice.
double damage.
Can you refresh the refresher
No.
No.
orb?
Are
with
you
the
sure?
shard?
Yes.
Yes. the eyebrows from Purge. It's like, but are you sure? That's a real mafia play right there.
It is. It is. That's the wonderful thing about like Dota talent is you just say Mafia and people immediately slip into that mode.
Oh, what's happening?
What do you mean by that?
Tempest double dead.
How many Tempest doubles have died in this game, actually?
A lot. Not so many. Not so many early.
Yeah, man, I always need Lareth in my life.
So 1/5 of this Arc Warden's net worth is just in his coffers.
Man, I cannot wait to take a 3-minute break after this game ends before starting the next one.
Boy, that's going to feel really good.
We're definitely
You know,
breaking
wait,
away
wait,
from
wait,
this.
wait,
Gummy
You know they're
bears.
waiting. The next game is what?
Yeah. The next game is RNG versus CDEC.
So they're waiting in lobby.
They're both sitting in lobby. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're the official caster for that one.
Who is?
You got to be there.
I'll be there.
We're not even. Oh my God. What time is it?
Well, this is our third series out of 6. So long as there's no tiebreakers.
Oh my God.
Almost an
So long as there's
80-minute
no
game, guys.
tiebreakers.
Here it comes.
Hold up. This could be it.
They could kill a Tempest double again.
This.
No,
No.
you guys want some buyback status?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
really.
Let
It
us see
doesn't
that.
matter.
Surely that's one of the few things that does matter now.
I mean, the biggest move
All
we
right,
saw.
Echo Saber's gone. AC is in.
The biggest thing we ever saw so far this game was the fight to get 1 Rax.
Yes.
What's the next item that should be consumable, guys?
Refresher. I don't know, dude. You know what? It should be like a Dota Underlords, right? Where you can transmute one of your stash slots or backpack slots into a real slot.
Oh my God.
But
I don't know if I have enough hotkeys.
What?
what?
That's the next thing to
In
change.
Underlords?
No,
No,
in
no,
Dota.
no, in Dota. Oh, they found Faith
Didn't
Beyond.
somebody say Underlords?
Toss him away. Nope, can't do it yet. Just try for the TP out. All right. This Tiny has 62 armor.
Well,
Why are you laughing?
that's a thing.
He has 83% physical damage resistance.
We forgive you, Faith Beyond.
Oh my God.
Let's not forget
Faith
why
Beyond
we're
is
here,
just
all
a
right?
monster.
Faith Beyond, he is the reason we are here.
That is
What,
true.
so it's his fault?
Well-
yeah, held the game together.
Yeah, he did. Why, Faith Beyond? Why did you have to do this?
Why do you do this?
Are you guys sure that Octarine Core on
can't
Tiny
believe
is right?
you've done this.
It feels weird to me.
4
Just for like Avatos, the tree throw thing. And
second cooldown stun? I don't know. Tree volley?
I mean, it's definitely good, but for like a 6,000 gold item that could have been literally anything else.
What should it be
Yeah,
then?
it's just not-
Oh,
Some
hold-
like
Can
damage
anyone-
or
wait.
action item or something.
Can
I don't
anyone
Oh, hey,
even
Roshan's up.
use this Ags? Like the Grimstroke?
Up. All right, teleporting
Dark
in.
Portrait.
Avalanche is annoying. They're just going to keep
Oh, it's
on
probably
hitting
good
it.
on him.
All
Holy
right,
crap.
Medusa taking a little bit of damage. They got the skeletons inside of the pit. Roshan's low. Burning Army still going to work. They will kite back on the Dusa. I don't know what the... Yeah, I think there's a lot of Aghanim Scepters already. Exorcism going
I
in.
think Newbee
Who's
just
actually going to pick up any of this stuff?
I don't know.
Is Roshan even an objective?
think they
Owen
know.
wants it. He's going in. He knows that he wants it. Faith Beyond trying to just snipe them with the tree volley. It's not really happening. He goes on the back lines. He goes for the Fenrir. What can they actually get?
got it.
Owen snatches the Aegis.
Oh.
Death Prophet getting lifted. This heart's coming off cooldown. Is it going to be enough healing? I'm not sure that it will. The Sven is hitting really hard, but they've got the Tiny. SCCC just standing his ground. They've lost 2. Tiny and the
430.
Death Prophet both dead.
That's
That's
him.
the real 430. Can they actually find him? Where's the
Is Dust in the
detection?
backpack? No.
Oh, no,
Oh,
couldn't get it
no.
out in time. 430 will be living.
Unless he dies of these Alpha Wolves.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
There's no way. Come on,
That
guys.
that was sick by Owen though, and that. Oh, hang on.
Oh, they found some more?
Why?
Ah, Innocence. All right.
He got no. He had no stun there, but there's
Guys,
no
there's,
TP.
there's 0 heroes dead right now.
Yeah, after...
Oh,
how many times have we said
he's got
that, too?
TP.
swing and a miss.
In 60.
What? He's got TP in 60.
Choking a little more.
Wow.
Look, so that was sick by Owen. He has the Arena of Blood regen talent, right?
Yes.
So he actually just dives forward. He was backpacking like 3 items, gets the Aegis, refreshes, gets the double. So he can just tank. That's the point. He can just get in there and he can tank.
Yep.
And he just grabs
Oh,
the
Grimstroke.
items.
Wait, did somebody? So he picked up the blessing and gave it to the Grimstroke.
I mean,
is that the
isn't it
situation?
busted this
Yeah.
game? He can
Yes.
use it can't you use it on allies or is it only enemies?
It's
But, like-
it's enemies only.
Enemies only.
Enemy
Yeah,
heroes.
you can't
Dear
Dark
God.
Portrait your own Medusa.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
We're getting. Wait,
All right,
what?
That's the Aegis dead.
Okay.
I think-
I'm not sure
Another toss back.
what was
Faith
the...
Beyond, he was looking
Good
for it.
process
Nice,
there.
good force staff. Faith
Did-
Beyond's still looking for
He has
more.
no buyback.
He's
Gotta be
outside of the
careful.
face. All right, BKB.
Whoa.
I mean, he's got what? So he's got the. He takes no damage from right clicks, and he can just pop the BKB.
This is insane. Oracle isn't even being forced to buy back. Like Newbee. What's the plan?
I've been
How
asking
how
that
does this
for-
game end?
I've been asking that for
I feel like Newbee are winning, though. Why
50
can't they just go
minutes.
hit another building?
Are they? But are they?
I think they're winning these fights, right? Like, their heroes aren't dying, they're kiting, and EHOME don't seem to be doing enough damage.
She has 11,000 gold.
EHOME don't have, I guess they don't have the hard scaling in the way that Newbee do, right? Like, Exorcism's only going to do so much damage.
But
Burning Army is getting a little bit better, but
I mean, what scaling is left?
yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's we've scaled.
Yeah, I think we're all the way there. But I mean, at this point, it feels like I don't know if you guys disagree, but it feels like Newbee are winning the fights. EHOME have to make really big plays, right? They need tossbacks into Hex, into Chain Stun, lots of Spark Wraiths, like full Burning Army going. Newbee just got to click people. Like Gia just needs to get some auto attacks off. SCCC needs to sit in the fight.
At the same time, though, it just feels like EHOME can prolong this game indefinitely. That's kind of the problem.
Indefinitely. That's the key word.
I mean,
That could mean forever.
you know, we all talk about Owen casting Cloud9 versus Scary Faces, but we have
And
another guy
Purge.
here.
Okay,
yeah.
thank God.
We have another guy here that was a part of that.
Yeah, that game was actually fun, though.
I've cast a 3-hour game before.
This game's fun. I'm having a blast.
Innocence. All right, buyback status. Newbie, ward on the high ground. Trying to make a play. They don't see this ward. They don't have this entry in the right
but
place.
they saw that.
They give it away with the Spark Wraith. Jinky running forward. He breaks the smoke. YC looking for something. What do they pop? Faith Beyond jumps forward with the BKB. Going to be looking for the toss back. Can they get it? Skeleton Archer's summoned, but it's nothing doing.
Well,
I mean,
Oh, all right, Sven wants it. Gia, he's done with this game, but
they use everything.
needs to be careful. He gets Yuled, he gets Hexed, Arc Warden lifted, SCCC standing on the front lines, can't hit the buildings. He's being
we
disarmed.
stole the big damage Spark Wraith.
Oh, he doesn't get the talent.
Oh, what? He doesn't?
No,
No,
Rubik doesn't.
no.
Rubik doesn't get talent
never get
upgrades.
talent.
Up. All right. Sven in once again, and once again, he's back out. Faith Beyond looking for the Tosh. Jin Q here on the front lines. Another Burning Army coming through. Never ends. Waiting on the back. They bring down the Clinks. That's another buyback forced out. SCCC hardly scratched. He's okay.
They have to kill Faith Beyond or Never End. Those are the heroes without buyback. Now ZinQ adds his name to the list as well. But it's just Newbee. I mean, what? How do you do that?
84 minutes,
right.
every hero alive, both teams disengage.
what does Rubik have? I missed the icon.
He's got Strafe.
Strafe.
Oh, no, he has
yeah.
Burning Army
Yeah, he
now.
got
He had
Burning
Strafe
He's- he
before,
does
now
have
he has
the ult,
Burning
okay.
Army. Whatever. It's just more chaos in the fights. I don't think it's actually going to do any damage. He's got 141 damage and no searing arrows.
There's a DD bottom. This could be it. This could be it. You've got literally everything you need on SCCC. No buyback on 3 heroes.
He
He could use a
He's
little
got
more gold.
14.9k
He
gold.
could use some more.
So he can.
Wow.
So his buyback cost is 4.7 thousand gold.
It's like turbo mode right here, dude. You're playing turbo.
What's his death? 1,500 on death. He actually needs.
He needs all this
6K.
gold. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs
6K
more than
buyback.
6K
All right,
gold.
buyback. Boots of Travel 2. Did they just commit everything here? Like, did they just throw all their lives into this?
No, bounty runes,
I
though.
don't know how you're gonna end the game if you don't.
Guys, maybe they make it so MKB gives you
Oh.
accuracy against buildings.
Yeah.
So that this never has to happen again.
Toss
Oh,
back.
toss in. All right, there's the Hex. Can they do the damage? Force staff away. Keeping SCCC alive, but he's taking
that's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of damage.
But he does have the Satanic. He's healing back up. GOG is in the front lines here. 430. Loses the double. Faith Beyond going to be looking for another opportunity from the back lines.
Another
he jumps in. Another
toss
toss
back.
back into the Hex.
They
They're looking
refresh.
for
They
these
got another
combinations.
arena.
What can they actually do? Arena of Blood. The heals are there. Gia walks outside of it, but he does get brought down. He uses the buyback. Newbee coming back in. This Tiny on the front lines, taking a lot of damage. I don't know
gonna
if he'll
be full
quite
health.
survive.
Sven has ulti this time. He
Is
didn't
he
use
okay?
it last fight.
I already lived.
She's going to do a lot more damage now. Never mind. Just
my
a tier 3
God.
back. Run, team. Oh, my God.
Oh,
What
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so it's just the bubble MKB buildings interaction, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that's why the Arc Warden is just you can't end the game
Which,
against.
by the way, was not a feature of Warcraft 3 Dota 1. I don't know why they changed that, but MKB used to give you accuracy against buildings in
Yeah.
Dota
Yes.
1. But for some
Okay.
reason, Dota, they didn't
I
build it
don't.
over.
I
know
don't
why.
mind that. It's just I don't think Arc Warden Bubble should give evasion to buildings. Why can
at
buildings get
all.
evasion?
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Towers dodging things.
They're not moving. You know.
Well, I mean, okay.
The bubble is
magnetic, bro.
blocking.
Yeah,
Come
the
on,
theory
you
is like the
It's
bubble is
yeah.
things are like
Okay,
some
how
kind
about-
of flux or phase.
How about
state.
this? If you completely cover the structure like you would with the hero, then sure, it gets
No,
the It's not even in the force
no.
field.
The hero can also sit on the edge,
What
right?
if it was called
Like-
Butterfield and you just covered your structure with butter, and then when you shot them with like a bullet, it bounced off? Too slippery, you know?
I can't believe it's not butter. I like this. This is what we're laughing at in an 86-minute game.
Yeah. That's Dota for you.
About to be 95.
This is Dota.
You guys want to take bets how much of our life we're going to spend?
what percentage?
This last barracks sense. I mean, at least it looks like one team is going to win. I mean, it seems like it's going to be Newbee that wins this one eventually. Right?
Over under 100 minutes.
I mean, it's been a long time since the camera was on the right side of the map. Oh, thank you. Being less biased.
Biased caster lol.
My favorite part is that I look at the list of people in chat, right? And the number of moderators and VIPs continues to grow, a lot of whom were on the day shift, yet they tune in to join us in this.
This is an experience.
It's because they love our suffering.
Kyle, you weren't even here for the 70-minute game last night when you left at the end of the night.
That went 70 minutes?
Yes, I
Holy
went home at 7 a.m. What time did you go to bed? Like 5:30 or something?
Dude, I don't even remember.
I will say, late game Dota is just so entertaining, you know?
It is. It's just this is the thing about late game Dota. Like, this is what Dendy meant.
All
It
the-
doesn't make sense anymore.
All of the rules
game
go out the window. All of those rules of thumb that you're like, oh yeah, this hero beats this hero, or like this hero is a carry, this hero is a split. It's all gone.
The game will come down to someone will make a mistake. They will buy back and they will die, and that will be the end of the game.
Well, but it always was like that, except now I just find it with all the ags and refresher shards and BS, I find it a lot more entertaining.
They're heading out.
Oh.
Smoko.
This could be it.
I mean, they probably know because the ghosts are coming, right?
Yep. I'll win. All right. Hasn't opted to blink away just yet. All right. Grimstroke's dead.
They're
One
gonna go.
dead.
They're out. They're
Bye
out.
back.
No.
Get back in base.
Get
Hurry.
out. Get out. Get out. Quick.
Hurry.
Guys.
Get in base.
It's not safe
Retreat.
here.
Why
I
does
don't feel safe.
Oh, wait. Who? Okay. Ags.
I'm not in my
Ags.
safe space.
Ags. No Ags.
Oracle
Ags.
could use it.
Ags.
What?
He's seen it.
There's-
but he needs the X.
Who still needs this?
Oracle.
No one.
Oracle.
Oh.
No,
Someone else
so
could backpack.
if
Oh. All right.
Oh.
They're jumping
Oh.
in. Toss back on the Sven. Pops the BKB. Gia still surviving. They're throwing everything that they have into this fight. That's the Medusa locked down.
Just kite back
Force-staffed
into
away.
Newbee.
Newbee hiding back. They've committed pretty much everything from EHOME.
But I don't think that this
Spark
Roche,
Wraith the scout. Wait, what does the Roche
Well,
matter?
it's low.
it doesn't do anything for Eco.
I'm in the I guess.
What about the gold?
Refresher shard.
Oh,
refresher
true.
shard is still.
Oh, what's happening? Rubik on
Oh,
the back
hold up.
line's got the lift.
Arc Warden, you
on
got
to
Arc Warden.
430. They are going to try and save him. Can they get him out of here? The fight is pretty split. Some of them stuck low ground, some of them on the high ground. 430
dead.
just
Oh, he
taking
is
so
dead.
much damage. Pops the BKB, tries to fight for a little bit longer, but he is down.
GG.
125
Oh, he's dead.
seconds.
No buyback on Sven.
He's got the buyback.
No buyback on
Sven's
Sven.
dead. YC's dead. They're coming in here. Alwyn and SCCC still trying to fight
Can they
inside of the
convert?
pit, but SCCC doesn't have the Aegis. That's on the Mars. They do still have buyback on the Medusa.
Dudes, that
Faith Beyond. All right, Mars respawns. 430 with the double kill.
Clinks is going to have so much damage at the end of this game. It's actually insane.
What, just damage dealt?
He's got weird-ass
Yeah.
items. Don't
They-
they look so bizarre? But, like, they just sit there and they attack constantly.
Hold
They're
up.
just, I don't have that.
So wait. Is that enough to end the game here? Medusa has buyback. Sven does not.
I mean, EHOME haven't crossed the river in a while.
Medusa picked up the Ags.
Do
Again,
they
the
We
know?
can't give it to anyone.
Do they know the Sven buyback status?
They should definitely know.
They will, and
I
there
love
it
this.
is,
Yeah,
and there it is.
he buys the rapier.
He's 10 slotted.
Wow.
He's got another 9,000 in the bank just in case.
Just in case. Well, I mean,
More
his
rapiers.
buyback still costs 5K.
He could sell items and just buy them back again and still have money.
All right.
This is it, folks. This is the moment.
Free Aghanim's Blessing.
That
50
take their
seconds.
Is
first
it
rack.
sellable?
The thing is, megas
probably
don't
not.
matter. I think. Do you go for throne or do you just get like
Who
one
knows?
racks?
If you're going for base right now, you're going for throne. There's no.
All right, how many exorcisms we got? Just one?
Holy shit! Clink
Just one.
splits to buildings too. My God.
Yep. All right, they're going for it. There is no glyph. They're going to do this pretty quickly. Rubik looks for the lift, but he does get Avatar's comboed. They do get the Hex over on the Medusa. They're just trying to keep the
going
Medusa
straight
out
for
of
the
the fight
buildings.
while they go for
Yep.
the tier 4s. Faith Beyond in the
They're
back
zoned
lines,
out.
still working
I don't
on
think
it.
there's anything
That's
Newbee
one
can
tier
do.
4 down. Newbee, can they get in here?
This could be
Ancient
it.
going to start
This is
taking
the game's
damage.
over. Newbee can't do
SCCC,
it.
he does not have any mana. He's just trying to auto-attack through, but they're losing the Dire Ancient, and finally it will end.
Oh my God.
EHOME have done it.
And straight up,
They keep their hopes alive.
it's just because Sven had no buyback
Yeah.
and got too aggressive going for 430. He finds the kill, but you can't trade your life when you're the one hero without buyback on your
So
team.
he's
You
the
can't
one
make that
guy
play.
making the mistake.
You watch that happen though, and you wonder, couldn't that have happened earlier? Yes, Sven's dead, but they walk into the base behind all of that burst damage, behind just being able to set up skeleton turrets, and it's just so difficult for Newbee to deal with. So many of those fights that they were taking, SCCC's positioning was so good, and they tried to take these fights in choke points where Medusa's on the high ground. I don't know. Man, what a game.
There's a lot of projectiles in that game. That's what I saw.
Yes.
There's just a lot of shit everywhere.
Who wants? Okay, any predictions on damage dealt? Who wants some action?
150?
For who?
Oh,
Clinks.
my God. Okay.
Clinks.
And make sure we
71K?
join the next lobby, by the way. 'cause,
I'm already in.
100K.
Yep.
Damn,
Dusa received
Yeah.
285K.
Okay.
Reduced, of course, pretty heavily.
wait, what's...
Yeah, Clinks did second most. It was Arc Warden number one.
That's pretty amazing.
For 4 position to do 71K is
Hey,
ridiculous.
Guys,
I mean,
can we... we're seriously... They're going to try and start this game right away. We should break.
Okay,
And
okay,
Because
let's
we,
do that.
we're going to grab some food, some more caffeine. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. We'll be back after these ads with more Dota 2 action, baby. Let's get it going.
Let's do
See
it.
you in a bit.